Bitches ain't shit and they ain't saying nothing. Bitches ain't shit and they ain't saying nothing. Man, bitches ain't shit and they ain't saying nothing. Bitches ain't shit and they ain't saying nothing. Man.
About to say, where the fuck my music go? Yo, good. In the building, it's happening. Turn this music down just a little bit. All right. Y'all know how I go. Y'all know how I go. Niggas and bitches, bitches and niggas. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Eloquently petty, articulate assholery, uppity Negro swag is in the building. You know how we do around here. Okay? A lot of shit going on this week. Let's see who in the building. Alright. Got a few niggas up in here. Maybe there's a party somewhere else. Alright, shout out to Adric. I see you in the building. Make sure y'all can hear me. Turn this shit down a little bit more. Alright. This is accidental, bro. What's going on, bro? What's going on? Hey, Kelly, what's going on, man? This is Yami Ron. What's going on, man? Alright. I see you, Mike Ferg. Mike Ferg is in the building. Dr. Thunder is in the building. Dr. Thunder. You stay right there. It's gonna get interesting. Hey Seth, what's going on, man? I see you. My man Henny King is in the building. Who else is in here, man? Let me pull up this other screen, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull up this other screen, man. You see who up in there? Henny King is in the building. Sporadic 7. Mujahid, am I saying that right? Mujahid the Magnificent. He said an award for 2025 hottest YouTube intros category goes to Keep It 100. Okay, I appreciate that. It's gonna get better because I've been rocking the same intro for some time, man. Let me know if I see what happened to 50 with Power. He tried to change the intro, and they got all up in his shit. I don't want y'all to get all up in my shit if I decide to change the intro. But let me know. You know what? I'm gonna do a poll. Pause. I'm gonna do a poll to see how many of y'all actually want me to leave the intro as is. I had to change the countdown though. Countdown had to go. The countdown. I'm seeing too many people using that countdown, so I had to do my own thing, put my own logo on it, that type of thing. Jay Jermaine is in the building. Bishop, Reverend, Minister. Jay Jermaine is in the building. Who else is up in here, man? Who else is up in here? Oh, shit, it's the Mad Professor. Oh, shit, it's the Mad Professor. God damn it. What's going on, man? He said, oh, what's good? And let me hold a wrench. All right, man. Make sure you do right by that wrench, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you do right by that wrench. I'll hook you up, man. I'll hook you up, Dre. You've been around this motherfucker for a minute, man. And speaking of riches, man, nobody gets blocked. All right. Timing out. Take it easy on the timeouts. Motherfucker going a little crazy. Take it easy on the timeouts. But the blocking, no blocking. Don't block. I can see if you block. It shows it to me. I can see it. Just like some of y'all can see. If you got a wrench, you can see who deleted comments, who blocked, and shit like that. I see all, motherfucker. I see all. Okay? So take it easy with them wrenches. All right? Take it easy with the motherfucking wrenches, man. Okay? Take it easy with the wrenches, man. Okay? So with that said, man, there's a couple things going on here, man. Check this out. So I ain't get to watch the whole thing, but I'm going to bring it up. So Coach Greg Adams, right? Greg Adams. Who saw the Greg Adams debate with, I forgot the other guy's name from the whatever podcast. I forget his name. I was watching that a little bit. I didn't really get deep into it. And shout out to Dre for sending that to me. I forget which Dre's, because two of y'all niggas, two Dre's, right? One of the Dre's, one of the Andres sent me the debate with Coach Greg Adams and homie from the whatever podcast, right? So he sent me that. And I watched a little bit of it. Matter of fact, this is what I's gonna do, okay? This is what I's gonna do. He said, I ain't blocking. I believe you, man. I believe you, man. I believe you. So this is what I want to do, man. I want to pull that up for a second, man. Mind you, this stream is called No Retreat, No Surrender. Okay? That is the main topic for the eating in. No retreat, no surrender. Okay? We're going to get into that, for everybody who remember the old enough to remember that. He said, versus Andrew Wilson. Yeah, versus Andrew Wilson. Who's been around long enough to remember the reggae record. Terra Fabulous, No Retreat, No Surrender. Might play that later. I ain't gonna talk over it because then I'm gonna chop it off. Pause. So I can get my chippers. Okay. So let me pull up this debate here. So let me see. Coach Greg Adams. Let me get that Coach Greg Adams up, man. So they did a debate about marriage. They did a debate about marriage. Okay. So Coach Greg Adams and Andrew Wilson did a debate over marriage. Now, for those of you who have been paying attention for 5 minutes or more, me and the homie, Dr. Thunder, have been debating this topic for some time. Marriage, right? We've been debating marriage, whether, is worth it, right? And the name of their stream was, marriage, is it worth it, right? And I find myself watching this, right? And it would seem as though most of the advocates for marriage make the same arguments. They make the same arguments. So I'm gonna bring this back right to the beginning. Let me drop down my intro because that's what you're seeing there. And let me see. Let me add that back. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Watching this is kind of like, what do you call it? Deja vu. It's very deja vu for me. Because again, me and Doc have been debating this for some time, right? Doc, you still here? You still in the building? Dr. Thunder, you still in the building? Dr. Thunder, shout out to him. Weekdays in the morning. Every morning, check out Dr. Thunder. He does a nice. He has it all organized and shit, you know. So he talks about this for a select amount of time, then moves on to the next subject. And when his time is done, it's a hard ending, hard out, and pause. He's out of there every morning. Shock, what's good, bro? So yeah, so I'm gonna bring this back to the beginning of the discussion. There's a lot of you know, like leading a lot of things leading up to the actual conversation. Let me see where we are. So let's get right to it because I want to get to the point.
Said your guy was
my
updating.
stupid phone.
Oh,
If someone that asked me,
So let me bring this
good
back.
schools are typically centered around marriage. However, marriage.
And I would mess it all up because I'd be eating or something. I'd be like, oh,
Right, yeah, no,
Like,
Go react to this a little bit. This is, by the way, this video with them debating is about 2 hours long. We're not going to do 2 hours because this is not what the show is about. But I just wanted to touch on this because it was sent to me, and it is the talk of the internet right now. Let's go.
napkin right here in my pocket. Whoa, why didn't I think of that?
have some respect and take that baseball cap off.
Man, they already in they
Yeah.
I wonder, can they hear us? Are
Can-
we muted?
Yeah, they can hear us.
Yeah,
Okay.
can you
Coach
tell
gang.
them? Can you tell them that I just wanted to cover the hair so that we were even?
Damn. Shots.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
I got the chrome dome going.
Shaka calls this another pointless debate. Klein Despo say, Coach is a good nigga. He plays his role well. Again, I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I started to watch
All
it.
people in chat are gonna
Let
be
me
pissed off at
let me skip ahead. Let me skip ahead somewhat.
Coach Bald. Got it.
Let's get to the point here.
Man, marriage is a great institution. It was an institution that built the community of America. Most of the better communities that have safety, good children, good schools are typically centered around marriage. However, marriage has not progressed to the point where men could be safe legally, and a lot of men have experienced tremendous damage, collateral damage as a result, and it has led to broken families, a lot of broken hearts, simply because the laws are not positioned to benefit both people in a divorce. Therefore, you have no-fault divorce. You have opportunities for women to use the courts against men. And as a result, men have seen 1, 2, and 3 generations of men getting harmed, their grandfathers, their fathers, their uncles, their brothers getting harmed by this. So Generation Z men are not positioning themselves for a positive marriage. So at this particular point, if someone asked me, would I recommend marriage for them, and they were in a certain position in life, they weren't established, I would say no. There's no benefit for the person to get married today.
Got it. Your response, Andrew?
Yeah, I didn't hear any anti-marriage arguments. I heard anti-divorce arguments. So I'm with you on divorce, 100%.
Stream over.
And
I agree.
but it's a good thing that the topic isn't on divorce, it's on marriage. And it seems like you agree with my proposition then. And the proposition is that marriage, quote, is a great institution.
Yep.
And that right now your concern is that men can't be safe in marriage, but that's not actually what you're saying. You're not saying men can't be safe in marriage. They can. You're saying that they may not be safe in divorce. So I have a counter proposition for you. My counter proposition is, what if it's the case that you can use religious marriage institutions without the state? And then we add the ecclesiastical structure of the marriage. That's what always kept them together anyway, before the state.
What does this remind y'all of? Those in the know. What's going on, Dre? Hey, Seth, who does sound like, Seth? Seth said, I wasn't impressed. He said, I wasn't impressed. Seth, who does sound like? You know, you got one guy saying, "Hey, marriage ain't safe for niggas." You got another guy saying, you know, if you adhere to the religious and the religion and the religious and godly and Jesus like and Christ like, and in the church, the way that it would work is this way in the church, and it's God like, and yeah. This is the exact argument, right? Respectfully, this is what, yeah, respectfully. I didn't watch all of it, but from what I did see on here, I was team Greg Adams on this. And his response, these are not anti-marriage arguments, these are anti-divorce arguments. That's like saying this is not anti-life, it's anti-death. You can't have divorce without marriage, motherfucker. Like that's the dumbest shit in the world to say. These are not anti-marriage arguments. These are anti-divorce. Divorce is the demise of the agreement. Marriage results in divorce. You don't get a divorce without a marriage. What the fuck? These are not anti-crack arguments. These are anti-OD arguments. Like, what the fuck? What? Secondly, even before you get to the divorce conversation, there's things in the marriage that's problematic also. That how we practice marriage in America, even before you get to the divorce, a lot of those things are problematic. And the biggest argument that people make is the children, right? Well, I've already on this channel debunked the idea, right? With nuance, that marriage guarantees great outcomes for children. If, which, homie, is about, again, this shit was deja vu for me. Let me play the rest of this.
It was ever involved.
Doc, I see you there. I want you to listen to this conversation.
So what if instead we use the ecclesiastical church, the structure of the old churches, that would be Catholicism and Orthodoxy, where you see the lowest divorce rates, because the community puts pressure on the women to act right. That's what they do. Right now, the state applies no pressure on women to act right, right? You can just go and file whatever you want, get a divorce, and go be banging the neighbor by the next night. We totally agree on that. But to say that we should abandon marriage is silly. It seems like you're completely pro-marriage. You're just anti-divorce. So why wouldn't you just throw your weight behind institutions where the divorce rate is the least, and you have an ecclesiastical structure which can be appealed to assist with that? That's what makes no sense to me.
So an argument that Greg Adams is about to make, that I've made, is that you can't suggest, what he's suggesting to everyone. Everyone is not subscribed to these ideas. So how do you tell secular people? How do you do that? Because you've made marriage about things that are not religious, right? You know, marriage, joint families, and all this other stuff. It doesn't do what it used to do anymore. Marriage does not work the same way that it worked when it was, from its inception, when it was created, right? It doesn't do the same things. It does something very different now. We don't even practice it. It used to be the pops paid for the damn wedding. A lot of things have changed. The culture has changed, and marriage as is outdated. It's outdated. It doesn't even serve the functions that people come up with, they use to defend or recommend. It's in the very low likelihoods that it serves that purpose. Right? Let's continue.
My response to that is if we're fifths, we beat all drunk. All right. So that's a scenario that just isn't present.
Can you
in
explain
today's,
the analogy for me?
well, if we use if, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. If we say if we have a situation where this is present, then this would work. Well, that makes sense. If we had that,
we
it
do
would
have
work
it right now.
Well, it doesn't necessarily work because
My term was, if my uncle had tits, he'd be my aunt. That's how closely this mirrors me and Doc's conversation. My exact phrase was, if my uncle had tits, he'd be my aunt. In order to affect that child outcome thing that we were talking about, you would have to get married and stay married. If you get married and stay married, then maybe your kids come out with better outcomes. If I won the lottery, I'd be a millionaire. If Woody had gone to the police, this would have never have happened. If ain't a strategy, yo. If it's not a strategy. Let's continue.
and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because a woman can go to a divorce attorney and they can simply just say, hey, listen, it was a off the cuff, off the state divorce, but you got married within a certain state, or she filed in a certain state, so therefore the divorce goes on.
No,
Absolutely,
okay.
yes.
Well,
Listen, I've been to with the divorce attorneys, and what they'll tell you is, hey, listen, you can get married in a ritual, you can get married in the.
I don't understand this question. Who says something about affording a good life? There's plenty of men that are richer than everybody in this fucking chat room that wife divorced them. I don't get it. Why would you want to get married if you can't afford a good life? Rich men get divorced too. I don't understand the question. No disrespect to you, sir. I'm just confused. Which guys? I'm confused. I'm lost, bro. You're gonna have to, it's not your parents' day and age again. This is also true. Facts. It's not your parents' day and age. Shit is over. But men on every class level and every income level get divorced. Every class level and every income level, men get divorced. Right? So not for the same reasons, and their marriages last way more than the average man. Okay, so hey, bros, become a millionaire. Don't be average man. Become a millionaire. Not for the same reasons. You mean not over money. That's why they don't get divorced. Not over money. And you said, wait, you know what? I'm taking your premise as fact. I should probably look up if how long marriages last amongst rich people, because that's not something I've researched. But the skeptic in me, I'm not saying you're wrong because I don't know, but the skeptic in me is not going to just take that on face value, right? But we can safely say that rich people do not divorce over bread. Right? You can't be broke wanting a wife. Why not? Bitches are for sale? I don't get it. You saying it's not our parents? And no, the parents spoke like that. Nowadays, the economy doesn't support this, man pay for everything between him, his wife, and all these kids. You know what I'm saying? But for everybody who wants to play 1950s, go get married. Get your bread up. Go get married. Bust your ass into retirement. And let me know how it turns out. And you might be the guy on Fix My Life. Right? Talking about his woman ain't never work a day in her life, holding the beer. Talking about he that nigga, and then end up on Fix My Life. And your kids is like, this nigga was never around. Andrew's point about the state agreement being an issue is problematic because common law marriage is a thing. you can get divorced without ever being married. Thank you, JB. Thank you, JB. Yeah, money is not going to save you from divorce, bro. It's not. Okay, or just make over 70K. Not with these bitches. Black people, and Coach Adams is going to get into that. Black divorce is very different from white man's divorce. Okay, it's the ones who keep getting remarried. I question and the most and laugh at. Hey, Shock, me and you in the same club. I don't know if my man's watching this, but I see you. I was just saying, man, you know, listen. Nah, fuck that. Be broke and get married. Bitch, you ain't got shit to lose. You ain't got shit to lose. But you know, hey, look, niggas want to be old-fashioned with new fashion bitches. Be my guest. I'm gonna play the video. Let's go back to the video. Let's listen to the coach.
Orthodoxy, you can get married off record, but if she files and that woman is hell-bent on saying, we got married, I don't care if it was a ceremony where we walked on coals with our feet bare, that's considered a marriage. You also have common law. You have a lot of other ways for that woman to establish marriage.
How does your way eliminate common law?
And there it is. There it is right there, common law. You got common law. You know, it don't matter. You know, I had a motherfucker tell me, yo, cause we went to Africa and had a traditional ceremony. That shit don't mean nothing. When your ass bring your ass back here, you gonna sign that motherfucking paperwork. A marriage is a marriage, is a marriage, is a motherfucking marriage. Shout out to the doc. Somebody he kind of you know, he kind of suggested this sort of thing. But at the end of the day, the state gonna butt their heads in your shit. It just is what it is, bro. Unless you plan to go somewhere and stay there. Stay in that motherfucker. If you are in America, that shit is a marriage. Unless you live in somewhere where you know common law does not apply.
Have a lot of other ways for that woman to establish marriage.
How does your way eliminate common law?
I don't have any way to eliminate common law. So what I have is a way for men to avoid
then the
being
argument's
used.
silly.
No, the argument's not silly. So here's what you have. You have a if proposition, which doesn't exist for most men. Most men aren't religious. Most men aren't looking for.
Kind of the same thing I said to Doc. That a lot of, what do you tell guys who are not like, because if men of faith always suggest faith-based solutions, right? And that's what Andrew is doing. He's a man of faith suggesting a faith-based solution. Which at the end of the day, because we're in America, the law supersedes that shit. The law supersedes that shit. So that would mean that you would have to find a woman who is cultured into that shit and hope that she remains in that culture mindset to affect your not getting divorced. Because he's saying, well, you know, what we need is to bring back the church and yada, 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 this types of, you know, this types of shit. That's not the reality we live in here. Okay? It's not. Especially your black asses. It's not. So let's go.
To be under a religious orthodoxy, so it doesn't apply. So you're taking a moral standard or a religious standard to apply to people who aren't under that veil.
So let's start with a couple of things you said which are fundamentally untrue. Most men are religious, in fact, including in this country. Most of them, not some of them.
But they're not religious.
Hang on. I didn't interrupt.
I understand, but maybe just take that point. Most aren't under your religion.
Okay.
We can agree with that.
So here's the thing, though. But Catholicism and Orthodoxy is growing rapidly. And if it's the case that the ecclesiastical structure is already there, which it is, right? If you're going to cohabitate with a woman, the thing that you're offering right now is common law marriage anyway, if there's cohabitation at all. You're not protecting anybody from that. At least under my model, it gives an ecclesiastical structure that's designed to prevent divorce by applying community pressure. That was the way it was always.
What community? Here we go with this word again. The community, y'all. Community pressure. Two words you're familiar with. Community and pressure. What kind of pressure? Grown man pressure? No. Grown woman pressure. Yo, as a black man, you gonna get the grown woman pressure. Hey, Tice, what's good, bro? Hey, shout out to hey, look, everybody. Me and Tice gonna have a conversation about conservatism. Right, Tice? Right, Tice? Say yeah, Tice. Say it in the chat so everybody can see you say yeah. This is that pressure, y'all. Tice, you gonna come to the stream and we're gonna have a discussion, right? Tice gonna come up here and he gonna tell me a thing or two about conservatism. He gonna tell, let me put it on the screen. He said yes. You see the yes? That means he's coming. Now, Tice, I'm fucking with Tice. Tice don't give a fuck. Tice will kick the door down in this motherfucker. Where my mic at, nigga? Tice don't give a fuck, man. Tice will jump on the microphone, man. Shout out to Ghetto User 4961. I had a Muslim friend try to claim Sharia law marriage. Problem was the court said you in New York State, our laws. He lost. Sorry. Our jurisdiction, on the power invested in me in the state of New York. That's all I gotta say. The power invested in me, goddammit, in the laws of New York State. I declare you broke than a motherfucker. Pay that bitch.
Done. Apply the application of by applying community pressure. That was the way it was always done. Apply the application of community pressure.
That sounds like a white man who don't know what it is to be a nigga. Applying community pressure, man. That's it. That's all you gotta fucking do. Come on, coach. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Within the confines of the woman's social circle. Right now, do you agree with me, for instance, that many divorces happen because women like to yap? So you get a freshly divorced woman, and she's free. You go, girl. Girl power. And she starts talking to her little friends, and she starts telling them how liberating it is and how great it is and this and that. And this is why when women have divorced friends, their likelihood of divorce actually rapidly increases. It's for this reason.
Divorce is contagious.
So if it's the case that this social contagion is eliminated because now we have an ecclesiastical structure, an ecclesiastical authority, which won't grant it because you get ostracized from that social group through excommunication, for instance, or not being able to participate anymore.
I'm fucking talking about ecclesiastical. It's 2026. This shit is skeeziastical. Skeezers. Skeezy-astical. Skeezy-astical. That's what we living in now. Ecclesiastical is when motherfuckers wore long shit and had beards down to here and whither forth art thou and talk like that. That shit is a wrap, man. That shit is over. My man, you want to put the cat back in the bag. It's not happening. Yeah. Well, the orthodoxy is growing fast. Where? Maybe where you live. And Greg going to talk to him. Yeah. Lou says, New York marriage laws are complete trash and some of the worst in the country, and California too. I think Cali might got New York beat, but I agree with you. Said, if you honestly think you're going to get divorced before you get married, then you have personal issues. It depends. If your shit is common law and if she can convince a judge, y'all been living together this long, and that constitutes a marriage, you never had to agree to shit. All you had to do is be in there long enough. And in some cases, y'all lived together for a fucking year. Y'all lived together long enough. Y'all a couple. Hope none of y'all niggas live in Texas. Anyway. Said Mondami about to change all that. Yeah. Hey, niggas. No rent. No rent, niggas. Hey, free bus. Free beers on the weekend. Hey. Free pussy for everybody. Vote for me. I'm the mayor. That motherfucker just offer niggas everything, and they're like, "Yo, if I run for mayor of New York, remind me to tell y'all niggas free everything." Shout out to Tice, free everything, Tice. Hey, Tice, man, free gym, right? Free boxing classes, free everything. Tice says, "I loved when CGA calmly checked AW. I'm not the 24-year-old OF chicks you're used to talking to." I didn't get that far. That's crazy. He said that. Woo! I love it. Uppity Negro swag like a motherfucker. Thank you for the $5. Let's go, man.
With that community, that's an application of a serious and significant social pressure, which can do the very thing you want. Bring back that great institution, absent the state, and it avoids this whole problem of common law marriage. Because if it's the case that you can be common law married anyway inside of a state, and they can, get grounds for divorce on that anyway, then we actually need to have some social pressures to prevent them from doing that. So it sounds like we agree marriage is awesome for men. Divorce is terrible for them. So it seems.
Yeah, if you can do all that. Yes, if we could only get all the black people together, right, in the same place to hold hands and say, we won't shoot each other no more, and we pooled all our money together, group economics, then we shall overcome. That's how he sounds. If we could remove the state and do this and get rid of these laws and this and this and this, nigga, first get custody of your kids. We ain't get no laws on the books yet. All this mission accomplished shit that the manosphere be saying, we haven't. I mean, somebody put me on and I ain't paying attention maybe. But any laws that come on the books, it'll be us. We'll claim it. We did it. Yay, we did it. But what I'm saying is, Andrew he's saying a lot of, as if we do this and 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 we do this. And it's a very, shout out to Dr. Thunder, it's a very Dr. Thunder argument that if we do all of these things and we affect these things, and then the woman subscribes to the thing, we don't even raise our women like this no more. We knee deep in feminism. How are we going to go back to the Bronze Age with this shit? The Bible is telling these hoes to do a bunch of shit they don't want to do. God will get you. That's what we tell them, right? And women are picky choosy how they want to be religious. A chick will get pregnant in the club bathroom, fucking a nigga in the club bathroom, and be like, I'm against abortion because God, right? I'm just saying, bro.
Like we should be attacking the divorce structure here, and it doesn't seem like you actually have anything to do that other than just avoid the thing that's great for you because this other bad side effect could happen.
Why is marriage great for us? I hear the argument that is great for the children. No one has made an argument of why marriage is great for men. I haven't heard that one yet. I can tell you why it's not, but I'm going to withhold that for now. But he's saying, oh, marriage is great for men. Is it really, though? If the whole thing is to affect the outcomes of the children, that means it's for the children. It's not for me. Now, of course, you want your children to come out correct if you want children at all. But that's about the kids. That's not about you. Let's go.
Sure. That's
So
like
why don't
smoking
we-
cigarettes.
So why don't we attack the bad side effect when we have the mechanism to do it? It's not if, we can do it now.
Okay,
right this
so like
second.
smoking cigarettes is the same analogy you're saying. Okay, here, cigarettes in this situation, we obviously know it has negative side effects, so you would avoid it. Now, here's the issue that I
Right.
have with it. It sounds great on paper, but we can't travel to the land of make-believe. It sounds great. The majority of people probably wouldn't do it, and if you ask a guy, which this is an important part, they're not even prepared to even talk about that. They don't even know what divorce laws are. So you're asking them to travel to the land of make-believe under a marriage system that small percentage of people use. No one uses it today. You might have said they used it to the past. Today, that doesn't exist. So we can't travel to the land of make-believe to make marriage work for you. It might.
So D Chicago's 1986 says, why do y'all have to agree with each other so much? Huh? It's really strange with y'all manosphere dudes. Huh? Why do you have to agree with each other so much? Huh? I don't. Hey, fam. Welcome to the channel, by the way. I've never seen you before, but I'm confused. I'm Confucius, bro. Confucius. Like the Chinese motherfucker. I'm Confucius, homie. I'm trying to get a look at that picture. Can somebody tell me this ain't Ace Metaphor? Welcome, Ace, to the show. He looked like Ace Metaphor, man. Is it me? Or does he look like Ace Metaphor? I'm trying to understand. Hey, Ace, are you married? I just want to pause this for a second. You know, are you married? I'm not gonna call you a troll because you got an argument and it might disagree with what I'm saying. You ain't really talking shit. I mean, the manosphere dude shit is kind of almost there, but like I'm trying to understand. So we agree with each other. So that's strange. I'm trying to understand what agreeing with each other has to do with being strange. And what is it that we're agreeing about that bothers you? You could type that in whenever you're ready. Now it looks like Ace, man. You look at the picture. You know what I'm saying? He says, I own my own everything. I don't understand. Like, bro, you gotta talk in sequence, bro. I'm trying to understand how I want you to elaborate on the thing that's on the screen. I didn't ask you what you own and none of that shit. I just want to understand. You know what I'm saying? Don't kick him. Nobody touch this guy. No block, no timeout. Leave him alone. Don't time him out. Don't do shit. I want to understand where D Chicago 86 is coming from. I want to understand. He's not talking crazy. He ain't calling y'all no bitch ass niggas. At least that's not what I'm seeing. He disagrees. And you can disagree on the Keep It 100 channel. I just want to understand what he's saying. Right? You got my attention, homie. You got my attention. I'm not one of these bitch ass niggas that's gonna curse you out, call you all type of names and shit. I just want to understand where you coming from. It make sense though. Please. We're gonna go on with the video. Let's go.
Your marriage,
start his
but
comment.
it doesn't work for the greater structure.
Your argument here contradicts itself because on the one hand you say men don't know enough about marriage, but my assumption is that your mission is to let men know about marriage.
Absolutely.
Okay, well then I don't understand how it's the land of.
Why would that contradict itself? Men don't know enough about marriage, so I'm here to tell niggas about marriage. What's so contradictory about that? I can see if he said, well, men know everything about marriage, but I'm here to tell niggas about marriage. That would be contradictory. Andrew is usually logical, but that was the dumbest shit that I've ever heard him say. And I listen to him occasionally. I never watch his whole streams, but I listen to him occasionally, and a lot of times he makes sense. But again, it's like what Ty said. That's when he talking to the OnlyFans bitches. But anyway, let's go.
Because on the one hand, you say men don't know enough about marriage, but my assumption is that your mission is to let men know about marriage.
Yeah. Yes, motherfucker. What the fuck? That don't make sense. Oh my God. I'm disappointed in that right there. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Okay, well then I don't understand how it's the land of make-believe if you can let them know about this, but I can't.
Sure.
Right.
And
So
you can offer
But you're talking about divorce though.
that.
So if
You
I
can offer
am,
that.
it sounds like I'm offering a real alternative to what you're offering. And here's what you're offering.
Not real.
Men, marriage is great. It's a great institution. It's the best for children. These are your words. In marriage, right?
Sounds like what I told Doc.
Seem to thrive. Their health seems to thrive. Everything seems to thrive. You're saying, well, the problem is that divorce rates are high, and they are. However, there's a few things there that you haven't covered. One, it depends on demographic too. For instance,
Absolutely.
if you're black, It's going to be way worse than if you're white.
Yeah. Guess what Greg Adams is, Andrew? Take a guess. I mean, look at the man. Look at the man. Mind you, this is what I told the doc. This is the black manosphere. We can't use overall marriage numbers. We got to use black ones. There isn't a scenario where you wake up one day and decide to be white. We are living in the reality. We can't do the what if I was white, though. That's a what if. Andrew is offering up hypotheticals. And anybody who's defending marriage is offering hypotheticals. Well, what if we did this? And what if this? And if this? And if maybe, I don't know, what if? But if ain't reality. We got to deal with the is. The actual. Everybody defending marriage is aspirational and hypothetical. The what if? I'm in Vegas. New will tell you, hey, you come out here on some aspirational hypothetical, you gonna go home broke. And that's how it goes down out here. Okay? Everybody defending this shit is a hypothetical motherfucker. Okay. So D Chicago says, my opinion is dudes today don't make enough money to even consider marriage, let alone worry about divorce. Majority of y'all don't own shit to lose. You're literally living in a fantasy. So D Chicago, you saying, because you said earlier, 70K. So 70K is enough for a marriage? You know, married, house, 2 kids, mortgage, you know, paying everything, right? That's the number you said earlier. 70K. That's your number? For niggas to afford them? Shit, I touched that easy. But you said dudes today. I'm figuring you figure most dudes. So I'm not gonna be semantic with you. I'm imagining that what you're saying is most dudes today don't make enough money to consider. So what? Yesterday they were making like 200 grand. Like, when did dudes make enough money to be married? And which dudes are we talking about? Which dudes? Nobody block them. Nobody time them out. Don't do it. I'll see it. I'll see it. Indigo says, if was a spliff, the rest of that is we'll all be fucked up. So Doc says something. Doc says, Andrew is promoting old school marriage, which doesn't work. So is D Chicago. He's saying, well, in order to get married, you have to make more money. Okay. More money. You know, because you hit a certain dollar amount and bitches will be like, okay, that's good. I'm happy. Right? That's what happens. How you doing, Mags? What's going on? I want to know, is it 70K, Ace? I'm calling you Ace because you look like Ace. Don't take it fucked up. I'm a clown, man. I'm a dangerous clown at times, but I'm a clown though. But I just want to understand, like, what's the number? Let's play Kevin Samuels, right? So what is it? 6 figures? Because we the manosphere niggas. Let us know. You manosphere dudes, you're weird. You agree. I want to understand. I want to agree with you. Give me the number. Type in the number. Let me know when he types in the number. I want to keep playing the video. I don't see the number here. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the other screen occupying the video. Let me know the number, man. He's making high value man arguments. Said depends on where you live. To live in Chicago with 2 kids, at least 100. So D Chicago is claiming that if you make over 100 grand in Chicago and 2 kids, your likelihoods of and she needs to work too. Oh, nigga, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. This nigga just said you need to make 100,000. You need to make 100,000, right? To ensure that your chances of getting divorced go down. But then this nigga says she gotta work too. So what's she gonna do? She gonna pay some bills, nigga? I'm lost. Wait, hold on. Andrew and Coach, y'all hold up a minute. D Chicago, you're way too much fucking fun. This is why, hey, y'all see why? Can y'all do math? Nigga, what math did you do? You just said some numbers. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Can y'all do math? What's the math? Yeah, I can do math. We talking about an 80% divorce rate amongst black people. This nigga said private education. Private education? Private education, mortgage bills, vacations. Maggie says, if she makes 6 figures too, your 6 figures won't keep her put. Woo, the realest shit a woman ever said in here. Any woman. You know, it be niggas like you in divorce court. It be niggas like you. I did everything I'm supposed to do. I did everything I was supposed to do, Your Honor. I made the money. I worked every day. I paid all the bills. I paid all the bills. Niggas like you be in divorce court. You know what I'm saying? This nigga said, Maz is still here. Oh, okay. All right. But she works too, right? She works too? She works too, right? She got a job too? Or she at home? She said, Maz is still here. Yeah, today. But I just want to know. She works. Oh, she works. Do y'all want me to tell him? Do y'all want me to tell him? Y'all want me to tell him? You know, I had plenty of jump off in D Chicago. Shout out to you. I've had plenty of jump off, right? Married to a nigga like you. Yeah. Plenty of jump off married to a nigga like you. And I say that with all the confidence in my being, bro. I've had many a jump off married to a nigga like you. Mm-hmm. Did everything you supposed to do. I felt bad for niggas like y'all. I feel bad for niggas like y'all, man. No, not me. Not me, Marcus. I did what I was supposed to do, Your Honor. I was a good man. Okay. I'm just saying, you know, everything you supposed to, you out there busting your ass to pay mortgage. I figured because you a real man, you ain't splitting bills. Right? You ain't splitting them in half. You don't do that 50-50 shit. That shit is beneath you. Because y'all just some manosphere broke niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because I pay all the bill. I'm a real man. That's great. It's your home. No, it's y'all home. You're married. It's not your home. It's y'all home. It's hers too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anybody, matter of fact, Tice, you in here. You from Chi-Town. Hey, hey, Tice, you in the building still? He said, I pay my mortgage and all the household bills. You at work now, huh? You home now? He said, I'm not married. Nigga, you confusing. Hey, we moving on with the video. This nigga's confusing the shit out of me. This nigga just said he's not married. What the fuck is going on? So you paying all the bill for your common law wife or your baby mama or your girlfriend? Which one is it, motherfucker? All right. Hey, Will, what's going on? He said, no doubt, Marcus. I had one of those married side pieces. Hey, bro, if I really tell niggas my get down over my lifetime, y'all niggas would. Shout out to Adrian Hicks. I told y'all wouldn't like me no more. I swear. Real shit. He said, oh, okay. He said, I'm from Detroit. But I'm driving right now. But you've been to Chi-Town. Like, shit, damn. I wish Tito was in this motherfucker. Hey, D, Chicago, you confusing the shit out of me, man. You all over the place. You married and you talking about marriage and now you ain't married and you work and you pay all the bills, but she got a job too. And we said, I pay, but who says she don't pay? Nigga, you said she don't pay. Hold up. This nigga said, yeah, I got my own home that I pay for. Who says she don't pay? Hold on. Did this nigga not just say 5 fucking minutes ago, I pay all the bills in the household expenses? Did this nigga, am I tripping? This nigga want attention. Yo, we gonna keep it moving. Don't time him out yet. He said, not my household bills. Nigga, you. Hey, Ultron, chill, Ultron. Back down, Ultron. Back down, Ultron. Back down. Hey, D, you gotta be careful around these parts. There's a lot of riches around you, man. It's a lot of motherfucking riches. Let's move on with this video, man. I gave D good 10 minutes, maybe more. We're gonna move on with this video.
Correct. Okay. Way worse. And also socioeconomics matters.
Hold on. Hey, D, you got to drop a super chat in this motherfucker, man. Let's keep going, man.
Demographics in general matter. So you can do a lot, actually, including prenuptial agreements. You can have a prenuptial agreement with the ecclesiastical authority without the state even involved. And it seems like that would mitigate your risk to damn near nothing.
You said if about 50 times
So did
today.
you.
Now, here's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you when, all right, we're already in this system. You're going outside of the system to create a scenario for me to argue
What
against.
system are you going outside of?
We're talking about marriage is typically done with the state. Almost everyone does it this way.
Hey, shout out to my man Shane Rab is in the building. So, hey, Shane, what's going on, man? Shane, this is Coach Greg Adams and Andrew Wilson debating if marriage is still worth it. Okay, we have a guy in the chat. His name is D Chicago. Look around, you'll see him. And he's I don't know whether he's married, he's not married, or this motherfucker's fucking with us, or he own a home. The nigga pay all the bills, but she pay some bills too. I'm confused. Like, this nigga got us all over the place. Just scroll through the chat, Shane, and kind of get a feel of what's going on here, because it's some wild shit going on here right now. But Andrew is throwing all these wild what ifs at a nigga. I would tell, if I'm Coach Greg Adams, I tell Andrew, just like I told Doc, these hoes are not signing all that fucking paperwork you talking about. They're not doing it. They love how the state operates and protects them and guarantees them. If they get tired of your bitch ass, they gonna take your shit. If they wake up one day and figure, you know what, fuck this nigga. That nigga over there is cuter. He fuck better. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Whatever the case may be, one day they wake up and feel this way. Motherfucker, your pockets is open season. You know what I'm saying? They not doing what the fuck? Why the fuck would a woman sign away her rights to your shit if it's already built in? Let's say it was the law. Let's say it was the law that your wife had to suck your dick every night. Let's just it's wild shit. Let's just say it was the law. Mandatory head every night. Which one of you motherfuckers is going to sign a piece of paper that says, no, you don't have to suck my dick every night? We're going to sign that right out of the... You don't even have to sign something that say she got to do it. No, it's included. And you're going to decide, you know what? Nah, I don't want that. Oh shit, yo, chill. Shaka, you got a super chat. I almost missed it. He said, shout out to the broke niggas who can't afford marriage. You know what? D? You're right. I'm broke. I can't afford to get married. That's what I'm gonna tell all the hoes. I'm gonna tell all the hoes, hey, look, I can't afford you, baby. You're too expensive. We should get married and we should love each other. And yeah, but D Chicago said, nigga broke. I can't afford it. Yeah, but don't worry, I'll do this. I can't afford it. I'm broke. Niggas be broke these days, right? This nigga said niggas can't afford marriage, but then said his woman is paying for shit, but he pays all of it, but then she pays some. But y'all niggas broke. Nigga, if you make so much goddamn money, why is she paying anything? I thought you was gonna give me the story that she's at home, she don't got to do shit, but fuck you when you get home, nigga. Cause you can afford it, but your wife got a job and she contributes. I'm confused as a motherfucker. Yo, nigga, you don't make no motherfucking sense. And you talk about we're strange. Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? If he stick around long enough, I might give him the link. But I ain't even get to the main topic. Let me get through this shit, man.
Wait, so now you're hold on for a second. You've moved the goalposts. You've moved the goalposts to a scenario of if, and you're arguing from the if. No, hold on for a second. You're arguing from the if perspective.
It is perspective.
No, listen.
It is.
Give me a chance to listen.
All right,
give me a chance.
Go ahead.
You're arguing from a very small percentage point. Now you're saying demographics, and we can talk about that, but you're still trying to get me to argue in your cloud of if. That's the land of make-believe. Most people, by far, are married to the state. Not only that, your land of make-believe still exists. The prenup with the ecclesiastics, you can write whatever you want in that prenup. It only matters in the divorce. That's the reality. So I'm still dealing in reality. You're in the clouds. Hold on for a second. You're in the clouds. So let's take the demographics.
Okay.
In your scenario, it sounds like, which would be fair, your primary concern is with white people.
No, it's with
Hold on for a second. You said with black people, the demographics, the chance is higher.
Yeah.
So have you discovered the ecclesiastics approach to black people married within this?
Yes.
However, their demographics, economics, which all do affect marriage, has nothing to do in the land of the clouds or the make-believe with ecclesiastics. It's all going to boil down to in the law. And there's no church reverend that's going to go into your household to make sure there's social pressure on your wife. Do you know any?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know any that can cover all marriages? That
Yes.
answer is no.
Yes. And by the way, when you keep
Are we in reality here?
I'm
or are we in
trying-
the clouds?
when
I mean,
you're-
we're
when
not
you're-
we're not arguing
I was
anything
just trying-
legitimate.
I was just
this
trying
is
to-
this is an Atlanta make believe.
Well, when
We
I'm
don't have
allowed to
enough-
respond, let
Okay,
me know.
give me a second.
Go
Let
ahead.
me finish this point.
Go ahead.
You're imagining, your imagination is great. John Lennon would be great. You know, you would be proud of you at this particular point.
But I'm imagining all the people.
You're imagining all the people under a situation and a structure that you brought in here. All right. But the state highly governs this, and the state highly governs divorce. I'm dealing in a reality situation where I'm trying to counsel men to give information to. The best thing you've told me is that you're willing to give men the option to do this. Are they willing to all do this option? The answer is probably not, just like they're not willing to do what I'm telling them to do. However, we're both attempting, which is a good thing. It's noble. However, your situation rarely exists. Can we talk about the reality of what exists?
Sure.
Absolutely. So let's take your moral religious crusade out of it and talk about the reality.
Yeah, let's
Are you
not.
willing to do that?
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
See, you're not willing to do that
Well,
because it's all based on your reality.
Guess what? It's a debate, and I will argue my points from my view, how I see fit. It's not for you to govern.
But what I'm not going to do is expect
not
to
my
be arguing.
Okay, so this is and I'm gonna agree with my man Creighton. Yeah, this is when Coach starts to get a bit off the rails. Now, I agree with everything he's saying, but you got to let the man talk. You got to let the man talk. You know what I'm saying? And the guy that's moderating this is garbage. The guy that's sitting in between them is garbage. So I'm gonna play this a little bit more. And I want Andrew to respond to him. Then we're gonna move on to the next topic. This is 2 hours long. We're not gonna make the whole stream about this, but let's go.
From the land of make believe.
Yeah, but it's
okay.
not, you
All
don't-
right. So
okay, yeah,
anybody
it's my
have
turn. My turn.
Anybody
Relax.
have the anybody have the sound effect for the television show where the train comes through, Mr. Rogers?
Let me know when
because
you-
I want to be on.
let me know
I
when you
want to be
gas
on
out.
Earth.
Yeah, let me know
All
when you
right,
gas
Let's
out.
let Andrew respond.
Yeah, so the thing is it's funny that you bring up Imagine All the People of John Lennon, which is an anti-religious song. And hilariously enough, was designed to assist with female empowerment. Isn't that hilarious? But the thing here is you keep on saying that what I'm offering is make-believe, but it's not. It's been governing the Orthodox and Catholic Church for 2,000 years, including in this country. Now, here, let me give you an example, for instance, the Amish, right? Do you know what the divorce rate is among them? It's almost non-existent, yet they're still governed by the same laws of the land that you're speaking to. So sounds like if I give a counter, if I say, look, I can give you a way, a methodology, in which you can utilize the religious ecclesiastical institution, which has existed for 2,000 years and has right now the lowest divorce rates, right this second as we speak, not in make-believe land, not hundreds of years in the future, right this second, as opposed to the system you have of common law divorce, which is sky high and you can't do anything about it. That's what is true. So pointing out what is true is right now you can have a prenup. That is true. What is true is prenups are usually held up in court. That is true. What is true is that you can have a marriage outside of a state because it's a religious institution anyway. You never have to have a license with the state. It's never been necessary. And if you do, the only way that can be done is if it's sacramental. And if it's sacramental, it's governed now by the church. That's going to be the community the women are a part of. And so the thing is like, that sounds like a real viable solution. What's yours? More fucking degeneracy? Go out and play the field, hump a lot of chicks? How's that going to help anybody do anything? That's been the progressive mantra for 100 years. Isn't it wonderful?
This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. So Andrew's proposing. First of all, he used the Amish. How many of y'all niggas know an Amish person? Press a 1 in the chat. Press a 1 in the chat or a 0 if you don't know an Amish person. This motherfucker press 1. Get the fuck out of here. You know an Amish person? Yo, stop fucking with me. Stop fucking with me, bro. You know an Amish person. If you know an Amish person, type a 1 in the chat. So I got 2 1s so far and a bunch of 0s, right? Okay. Okay. Have you ever met an Amish person? Press a 1 in the chat. A lot of fucking zeros. Fucking Amish. This nigga really reached in deep in his bag and pulled out Amish. Now, I drove across the country in a box truck. Okay. Shout out to my people. They know this story. I drove from New York to Nevada in a box truck. This was some years ago. This is just a few years ago. Okay. Hey, bro, check this out. I lived my whole fucking life. Yo. And not until I drove across country, right? Just a few years ago, did I see an Amish person. I saw an Amish person. And hey, Creighton, you know what I thought they were? I want you to type it. When I saw the Amish guy, a metaphor, hey, type in the chat what you thought I thought the Amish guy was when I saw him. When I saw the Amish guy, what did he look like to me? It took me a minute to realize, oh shit, that motherfucker's Amish. Let me see what you typed. You said Abraham Lincoln. No, motherfucker. I thought he was acidic. Yes, thank you. Somebody type in small hats. Thank you. I'm a New York nigga. I thought it was a Hasidic. I'm like, oh shit, they got Hasidic. Wait a minute. No, it's not a Hasidic. It's Amish. And you know how I know what an Amish person look like? Weird Al Yankovic. Yo, from the city, man. The point that I'm making is, bro, again, motherfuckers could be so logical until they try to make religious arguments. Then they start reaching for air and shit, for dumb shit. They start reaching for dumb shit, bro. Nigga, you gonna say, well, the Amish have a low divorce rate because their circle. Nigga, the Amish? Is that the example we're gonna use? The Amish? How many of y'all know bitches that's ready to live like the Amish? How many of you niggas meet bitches in church? How many of you niggas meet a chick and think, you know, you're going to pull her and hey, look, we're going to live in this like Christian Orthodox framework. Now, all I need you to do is sign this paperwork here that, you know, guarantees that, you know, if you decide you're going to leave me, you don't get shit but what you came with. Yeah, Amish hoes going. How many of you, man? How many of you? Listen, man. Don't none of y'all niggas know an Amish chick or a chick that'll subscribe to this type of shit. None of you. These bitches don't even want to cook your dinner. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? They don't want to cook your dinner. Thank you for the $5. Oh, driver's license rate? You know, because, you know, Yeah. Yeah. I mean, ain't they with the horses and shit? What the fuck kind of argument was this? Anyway, now, again, I agree with my man Creighton. He says, my man started going off the rails. Hey, who that? Who that? Who that? Hey, hey, what's going on? The Amish. The fuck is wrong with this guy? The Amish? Why don't we pull out like the Mormons while we at it? I'm sure they're married. Their divorce rates are low. I'm sure. And they're lower than black people's. Motherfucker, I'm black. I'm black, nigga. I can't change this shit. I'm black. I'm black, God damn it. My divorce rate is built in. I'm black. Said, what's up, Nick? He said, Marcus, the Amish population in the United States is approximately 411,000. Get the fuck out of here. 411,000 people. You could fit all these motherfuckers in the stadium. 411,000. Yo, like I said, man, Andrew makes good arguments when he's talking to, these types of chicks. But yeah, man, that shit's stupid. He said, D Chicago, if you make all that money, all of that money just like your bitch, it sounds like you've been tricking for 15 years and she doesn't want to marry you. You're lying, fam. Yeah, hey, Jay, I don't believe him. I don't believe him. When shit starts to not make sense, I don't believe niggas. This nigga owns a house. He owns all his property. And like this nigga coming here. I don't understand y'all manage for niggas. Like you make all this money, but you got time to jump in here and talk to us, right? You got time to jump in here and talk to us. Like you so fucking your game is so fucking cold, bro. That you work, you make all this money that you could take care of everything, but she got a job and she kicks into, right? And she probably comes home, cooks your dinner, make sure you get the big piece of chicken and all that fly shit. Nigga, tell us anything, nigga. Tell us anything, bro. I don't believe you, fam. When shit starts to not make sense, bro, I don't believe niggas. Thank you for the $10. Okay? Right? So yeah, low driver's license rate. And yeah, shout out to Nick, man. Hey, Jay, I almost missed your shit. Yeah, make sure I get all these super chats, man. Yeah, man. Nah, yo, bro, nobody believes you, fam. Nobody believes you, bro. Your wife going to work, you make all this money. She ain't like, hey, well, I gotta pay some shit. You make all this money. It then comes home and gives you the big piece of chicken without an argument, right? What does she fetch your pipe and slippers to, nigga? Do she draw you a hot bath? Hey, man. The fuck out of here, bro. Yo, this is why I love, when these new niggas show up, bro, this is why I love, hey, this is why I like, this ain't the Green Gorilla channel. We don't curse niggas out, throw them out, block niggas, and, we don't do all that. We clown niggas here. We clown niggas. Anyway, we gonna jump out of this, man. I can't do it with Andrew no more. This nigga said, because the Amish marriage rate, 411,000 niggas in here in the whole fucking country, and we should be like the Amish. I can't do it with these religious, approaches to real life shit, man. I mean, we talking about faith-based people in the first place. You gotta have faith to get married. You gotta have faith. You gotta have faith to play craps. You gotta have faith to play Russian roulette. You gotta have faith. The bullet won't hit me. The bullet won't hit me. God will protect me. You know what I'm saying? And you paint your house Do you pay houses? Shout out to Adrian Hicks, man. He said, I'm gonna need y'all to lay off the homage. Them motherfuckers make the bomb ass cinnamon rolls and a table or some shit. A table. Hey, bro. Hey, you start talking that homage shit, you're gonna lose me entirely. So what else is going on, right? Hey, Adrian, I'm about to do that demonstration we did, right? So check this out. Before we get into no retreat, no surrender, the EBT saga, before we get into that, this is what I want to do. I want to do a little exercise. Okay? I want to do a little exercise. Okay? Got 70 motherfuckers in here. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Maybe y'all like what I got to do or about to do. Maybe I don't. Check this out. Check this out. Let me put this up here so I can access my keyboard. Right? So this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. For the last few, couple years or whatever, shout out to my black conservatives in the chat. I've been hearing a lot of motherfuckers say shit like, niggas need to stop acting like victims, right? Tice, you in the building? You in the building, Tice? Tice, you in the building? Niggas need to stop acting like victims, man. Y'all always playing y'all victim card, man. My name is Terrence Howard, man. I'm a genius, man. Y'all niggas always playing victim. Why y'all niggas always play victim, man? Niggas always want to talk about they oppressed. Niggas always want to talk about slavery. This is what we finna do. Adrian, you know where this is going. Okay? So, look, check this out, man. I'm gonna bring up Chat GPT. Let's do this. Let's do this. Shout out to Adrian, man. He made me a new friend. I got a new friend. It's called Chat GPT. Okay. You can't be believing no Chat GPT. That shit is AI. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Let me share my screen. We're gonna bring up Chat GP motherfucking T. Okay. All right. Welcome. This is Chat GPT, y'all. Say hi. All right. This is Chat GPT. It says ask anything, right? Okay. All right. Okay. What's this? This is their butter is great. I'm here at the you at the cigar bar. Okay. Right now, hey, Tice, right now we talking about black man's or black people's victim card, right? Y'all niggas always playing the motherfucking victim. Let me make
how's it
sure.
going? I'm looking forward to working together. Let's figure out where to start. What's on your mind?
Let me go back to chat. This shit started talking to me. I want to talk to Chat GPT. So I'm gonna ask Chat GPT a question, right? I'm gonna ask Chat GPT. Let's do this, right? Hold on. Okay, so let me blow that up so y'all can see it. So it says, according to FBI stats, who is the most likely victim of hate crimes and who is the most likely victim? Okay, that's what I typed in to Chat GPT. Let's see what Chat GPT got to say. I want all my black conservatives to pay attention to this part right here. According to FBI stats, FBI crime stats. Let me put in crime stats. Let me put crime in. Okay. All right. Because, Niggas is always playing the motherfucking victim. I'm tired of this shit, man. Y'all niggas need to stop playing the motherfucking victim. Okay? All right. Okay. According to the most recent Federal Bureau of Investigation data, the most common bias motivation for hate crime victims is race, ethnicity, ancestry. That is the most common hate crime. It's at the top of the list. In 2024, that category accounted for about 53.2% of victims in single bias incidents. Okay. Within that category, victims targeted because of their race, ethnicity, ancestry, and specifically those identified as Black or African American are the single largest group of victims. For example, the advocacy site notes crimes directed against Black people have always been the most numerous single category. So in short, the most likely victim of a hate crime is someone targeted because of their race, ethnicity, ancestry. Within that group, the most frequently victimized is Black or African American individuals. Let's keep going. If you meant most likely offender rather than victim, I can check that too. Yes. Okay. Here's what the FBI data shows about offenders in hate crimes, i.e., who commits them and who's the most likely victims. You already asked about victims, so I'll restate briefly. The FBI reports that for single bias incidents, i.e., offenders motivated by one type of bias, about 53% of victims targeted because of bias based on race, ethnicity, ancestry. The next biggest categories, religion. Next one, sexual orientation. So the most likely victim is someone targeted because of their race, ethnicity, ancestry. Most likely offender, according to the FBI's hate crime data, the most likely offender is someone whose race is white. In 2019, of 6,406 known offenders, 52.5 were white. In 2020, 55.1 were white. In 2022, 51% were white. Thus, when an offender's race is known, they are most commonly white. Did y'all motherfuckers get that? This probably would explain niggas acting like victims. Maybe because they are victims. When a motherfucker does some shit to you, you the victim, nigga. You the motherfucking victim. Important caveats. Can't leave these out. Got to keep it 100. Known offenders means only those who for whom law enforcement had enough information to record race, ethnicity, etc. Many offenders are unknown or unreported. These data show counts, not necessarily risk per population group. A group being the largest share of offenders doesn't automatically mean individuals in that group are most likely to commit hate crimes without adjusting for population size, reporting differences, etc. But still, what we know, even if you adjust for this, it's not going to change, bro. It's not going to change. Most hate crimes are race-based, and the most likely victim is a Black motherfucker, and the most likely offender is a white person. Now, given what we know about violent crime, I would venture to guess that the offender is a man and so is the victim. Now, does anybody want to bet money that I'm wrong? This is where the conservative motherfuckers can put their dollar. Where your dollars at? Where them dollars at? Who wants to bet that I'm wrong? Who wants to bet that I'm wrong? This nigga still here? It's so strange. Grown men are arguing not to make money. Where is this happening? What the fuck are you talking about, bro? You're being a weirdo. You're being a weirdo. You're right there. You're being a weirdo. Arguing not to make money. Somebody in here arguing not to make money? What the fuck is this guy talking about? Is this nigga, are you in the right chat, nigga? You lost? Are you lost, bro? It's my argument. I'm telling motherfuckers not. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Don't make money. Yo, bro. Right now I'm talking about crime stats. Yo, sit down, my man. Sit down. Have a seat. This nigga, you niggas are arguing not to make money. Yo, y'all ever notice these simp niggas? Yo, y'all the weirdest motherfuckers, man. Now, you know, it might be strange if everybody agrees with me that you're being weird. You're being weird. So, like I was saying about the FBI stats. Okay. Say if you could, like, if I could pull up the most recent year. I could do victim breakdown. Okay, race, age, bias, motivation. Yeah, let's do that. Yes. Let's go to yes. Let's go to yes. Okay. Talking about FBI crime stats. This nigga still talking about, y'all niggas don't want to make money. Everybody rich on the internet. Nigga, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck is wrong with this nigga? You know? So here are key data from the FBI for hate crime victims and offenders in recent years. Single bias incidents, 52% of the victims were targeted because of race, ethnicity, ancestry. In 2024, that share increased to 53.2% of victims in single bias incidents. Within race, ethnicity, ancestry bias, the largest subgroup, incidents targeting Black or African American individuals. 2023, there were 11,447 single bias incidents involving 13,857 victims. For 2024, 11,323 involving 13,768. Summary interpretation: the most likely victim scenario in a listed hate crime is someone targeted for their race and is usually Black people. Let me just paraphrase, right? Known offenders, 51.0 white. Known offenders, 9,739. For 2024, of 10,000 known offenders, of whom the race was reported, you might as well say a little over half white, 20% were Black or African American. Let's focus on this number for a second. 20%. 20%. You bitch ass niggas. 20%. 20% of Black men committing hate crimes. All this shit that these fake ass preachers talking about, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? They're killing people because they're white. 20 fucking percent. %. So regarding age for 2024, known offenders said 8,000, said 78% were 18 and over. Okay? So among hate crime offenders whose race is known, most of these are white people. Most known offenders are adults 18 plus. This is for you, you know, occasionally buck dancing as Black conservatives. Any of you refute this shit. This is FBI fucking statistics. FBI fucking stats, bro. Y'all niggas acting like victims. Ain't nobody fucking with y'all. Thank you, Chat GPT. You've been wonderful. Is there anything else y'all want me to ask this motherfucker? I mean, you know, just in case I left some shit out that you think I'm leaving out so I could make myself sound correct. But Marcus, how many niggers kill other niggers? About the same as how many white people kill white people is proximal percentage. Proximity, nigga. But I know y'all want niggas to be different kind of humans and shit. I just wanted to point this out. So yeah. That's why niggas be acting like victims, nigga. That's why niggas be acting like victims. But you know, niggas hate facts. I just want to make sure I did this before the next politics as usual. So for anybody who wants this shit to come up during that stream, be my guest. Okay. So now we're gonna talk about no retreat, no surrender. No retreat, no surrender. Okay. So what are we about? 6 days into this, we about 6 days into the EBT situation. Right? 6 days into the EBT situation. So I was watching, I forget who it was, man. It wasn't Dr. Thunder. Somebody showed a video of a girl stealing meat out the supermarket, right? I think Obsidian covered it. This girl was talking about, I think it might have been Tito. Shout out to Tito. You talking about, you know, girls stealing from the supermarket. Now, a couple things I want to say about this, right? I want to say about this. And shout out to everybody who follows me on Facebook. I want to say this about girls stealing food, right? Number one, hey, look, gotta eat, gotta steal. Sorry. Hey, look, ain't got the bread. You know what I'm saying? Gotta take some bread. Gotta have bread to get bread. If you ain't got no bread, you gotta have bread. We start there. Okay? You hungry? Steal some shit. I'm with it. It's number one. Number two, strong, independent. I don't need no man. Bitch, if you're stealing food, you needed a man. You needed that nigga. Matter of fact, D Chicago. Need a nigga like D Chicago. That nigga pay all the bills. Okay? Okay? You need a nigga like that. That's a real man. Right, D? I can't believe y'all niggas don't want to make no money. The fuck? Let me see. Let's scroll on down. Let's scroll on down. Shout out to my man. He said, use the voice mode next time. I tried to do that. It started talking to me. I gotta get set up with that motherfucker. So, you know, I could just go right into the shit. Say, use the voice mode next time. I tried that, man. Okay. We'll talk about it. Thank you for the $2. Okay. Yeah, man. Y'all bitches need a man like D Chicago. Just know that, you know, he gonna make 7 figures on your ass, but you're gonna have to pay for the toilet tissue. You're gonna have to pay for ice cream and shit like this for the house. You're gonna have to get up in the morning, go to work a whole shift so you can cover these little, you know, expenditures because, you know, because a pimp like D Chicago can't be seen out here paying for everything and bitch, you work and you ain't paying for the paper towels. Bounty, bitch. The quicker picker upper. I need 8 rolls. Can you handle it? If you're stealing food, you probably needed a nigga. Now, no retreat, no motherfucking surrender. Shout out to my man, Creighton. All right. No retreat, no surrender. I told y'all niggas, right? Not too long ago, right? Because, you know, the Force Ghost said that women change with the environment. That's what the Force Ghost said, right? Y'all listen to the Force Ghost, right? Here's my Force Ghost bell. I can't find that motherfucker. But the Force Ghost said, this is the Force Ghost. Okay? Women change with the environment, okay? When the society breaks down and the bitch need $40, okay? Okay. Okay. That's when the hoe's gonna come back to the motherfucking table. That's when the hoe's gonna come back to the motherfucking table. Now, here we are. Bitches ain't got no BET, no BET. I said BET, EBT. I'm dyslexic. Bitches ain't got no BET, pay a cable bill. But bitches ain't got no EBT for 6 days. 6 days, that's some Hurricane Katrina shit. 6 days, these hoes ain't had no stamps, nigga. Now, by a show of ones, how many of y'all niggas got a winner dick suck? How many of y'all got the hey big head phone call? How many? How many of y'all got the desperate bitch? I'm hungry. I suck your dick. How many? By a show of ones. Don't all respond at once. Oh man said, oh, hold on. Said Mujahid the Magnificent said he got several. Now, let me ask you, is this your usual or is this some EBT head? Like, was you not getting your dick sucked before, and now with the current situation, now you getting topped off? Let's keep this honest, please. Let's keep it honest. Let's keep it honest. Who's getting sudden out of the blue, I'll suck your dick phone calls from the desperate, hungry bitches, right? He said, not yet, but they're trying me on Twitter. He said his EBT office. I want you to type in what was said to you. I want you to type in what was said to you. Marcus, what's your point? My point is, nigga, no retreat, no surrender. I told y'all niggas before, and I tell you again. D-ho do anything not to be fucked up with your ass. Now, mind you, nigga might get a head call, you know, I suck your dick type shit. But they ain't gonna be with you. You ain't suck you off. You get us groceries, you know, Nate, I'm in the bind, Nate. I'm in a bind, Nate. You know what I'm saying? They in a bind. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, hey, look, let me take y'all back to the 90s.
These hoes ain't surrendering to y'all niggas, man. They not about to be your girlfriends off no BET, no EBT, ABCDEFG. Y'all niggas not about to get girlfriends behind this shit, man. This nigga Marcus is stupid. Nah, nigga. No, man.
No, no. We about to get the community back. For a show of ones. Fuck the head call. Fuck that. Fuck the I'll suck your dick call. How many relationship calls y'all got? How many bitches want to come to your crib and wash your dishes and bake cookies because the EBT shit? How many? Show ones, nigga. Hey, big head. Let's put the band back together. How many of them calls you got? SBE, EBT, ABC is easier 1, 2, 3. None of that shit is making these hoes come back, man. So Seth said he got one. We need to get back together, Seth. And okay, I mean, you know, he said you got, you know, so it's the same two guys. We got about 70 people in here. Maybe a couple of them women. Two niggas say, hey, man, these hoes is on me, man. They all fucked up in the game. I'm thinking that these are guys who bitches already like. These are ain't no motherfucking Beetlejuice motherfucker got bitches hitting his phone up talking about that bitch starving, she hungry. Who was it? It was Hood Conservative, matter of fact. No, that's who I was watching. Lou, well, you should have reminded me. We was all up in that motherfucker. Hood Conservative. We had the bitch up there looking like Slimer and shit. That's who showed the video with the girl stealing the ribs and shit. These bitches are going to rob, steal, sell pussy, burn shit the fuck down before they submit to your black nigga patriarchy. Where D Chicago at? Did he bounce? Nigga said, fuck this shit. I'm out of here. Trying to tell you, ain't no retreat, no surrender. I don't give a fuck about the winner. This shit is as cold as it's gonna get. This shit is as cold as it gets. That's what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted, hey man. What he said? What? I hit notify me and still got no bell. Wow. That's crazy. This shit been up for hours. I'm just saying, man. What Adric say something? What Adric say, man? Oh, I miss some shit. Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, man. How many y'all know, man? Outside of the ones that y'all saying and hitting y'all up, it's only 2 guys in here talking about, hey, hoes hit me up. They starving. Nah, man, these girls are gonna do everything they need to do not to fuck with you. And some of them know that y'all ain't fucking with them like that. You dropped this shit down, man. Took it back to the 90s on you. This nigga Jamaican on the low. That nigga always playing some reggae shit. I think he a tether. Shoot. That's what happens when you grow up in Flatbush. All I'm saying is, man, it's not going down. And we're going to monitor this because this is how I feel, man. Yo, check this out. I don't know if y'all know, but Trump says he's about to cut flights 10%. He's about to cut the airline industry 10%. That's a lot of flights, bro. I just got back here from California. I went to see Sinners in the theater because I missed it when it was out. I went to Universal Studios to watch it on, some super IMAX 70 shit. So shout out to my film niggas in here. I went to see the 70 millimeter. That shit was everything it was supposed to be. Okay. Went to the airport, got randomed at security, and had to wait 10 minutes. They were short. There was nobody in that motherfucker. TSA workers. Air traffic control. All these federal workers, all these government workers that are not getting paid right now. This is your social, like Clarence Walcott breakdown that y'all, ooh, we hope the system break down. Well, you got your wish. I told y'all niggas last stream, hey, man, get your 20 and go get some box, nigga. Because this shit ain't going to last forever. This shit, at some point, somebody going to break. It's going to be the Dems or the Republicans. They're going to give up, and then these hoes is back to eating again. Gail said, tether. They're going to be back to eating again. As soon as you say something they disagree with, tether. Mortgage tether. They never listen to Project Pat. Don't save her. Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. I'm trying to tell you. They're going to do anything. And we're going to see this in the next couple of weeks on this internet. You're going to see chicks doing whatever the fuck they got to do not to be fucked up with you. They're going to fuck them niggas they already like. Trust me, the 2 niggas in here that talking about the hoes calling them niggas already getting boxed. These are niggas that the bitches already fucking with. The niggas who is never getting pussy gonna continue to not get pussy. They gonna continue. I can't wait for these bitches to start so I can finally fuck. Finally. You ain't fucking. I won't get the fuck. Shoot. You ain't fucking, nigga. It's not happening, man. It's not happening, bro. It's not in the cards. Pay, just buy it. Just go buy it. Bitch, I will buy you groceries if you let me hit that. No, I can't hit it. Okay, top me off. No, hand job. Something, please. Something. Fucked up over here. So who really fucked up? This bitch need food and you pussy starved. Both of y'all starving. You both starving. But ain't no community, no relationships, none of this shit, none of this, Christian Orthodox nationalist bullshit is coming back because some shit get temporarily suspended. Any woman you gotta break down to her primal shit to fuck with you is not to be fucked with, or you got some work to do. One or the other. It's either her or it's you. I'm just saying, man. Yo, what's good, bro? I see you in the building, fam. What's good? Trying to tell these cats, man. Trying to tell them. Try to tell them, bro. I'm saying, man, it's not going down. It's not working like that. It's not going down, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna wave ribs in the bitches' faces. Y'all gonna get a fishing pole and put a rib on that motherfucker and walk down the street, and bitches gonna be floating to the rib like this. Like that's what y'all plan to do, right? Y'all gonna be the pod chef. What the fuck kind of shit y'all gonna be tying like chicken wings, putting the chicken wing on the hook? Oh, bitch, you gotta be quicker than that, bitch. Is that what y'all plan to do, man? What kind of desperate shit is this, man? Niggas want the whole shit to collapse. Fuck the planes. I know a lot of niggas don't travel and shit, so they don't give a fuck about that shit. Fuck your plane, Marcus. Fuck your plane. Don't give a fuck. Traveling ass nigga. Shoot. Don't give a fuck. What happened when your bus stopped running and shit? Or some shit like this. Well, you can't get your mail, motherfucker. Right? All of the shit that, the government runs. These niggas ain't getting paid. Planes start crashing. Shit like that, Yes, it's breaking down because I'm not fucking. I want this shit to burn down. You are pathetic, nigga. Whoever's game plan this is. Fuck you, Marcus. Like you. Who's talking this shit. Think you the hot shit. Further, I got motherfucker on Facebook. This is the only time I'm gonna address this. I got motherfucker on the Facebook fucking stalking me. Hey, look, for those of y'all know, don't type his name in here. Please don't do that. Don't type his name in here. Type a 1 if you know what I'm talking about. This motherfucker's a weirdo. This nigga's probably watching right now. Know what I'm saying? Nigga probably watching right now. Nigga posting every day about a nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Weirdo niggas, man. Can't stand you, Marcus. Fuck you. Think you that nigga. The chicken heads will rise up. Let me tell you, these hoes will get together and they will bum rush a supermarket like the low lives used to bum rush the Polo store in the 90s. And they will snatch them some Tyson's fucking chicken legs out that motherfucker. Yeah, Mr. O is 111. You know what I'm saying? They will snatch. Yo, I don't know if y'all know, most of y'all are old enough to know what a Polo rush is out this motherfucker. The bum rush, the Polo bum rush. Some Brooklyn shit. Shout out to my low life niggas, because I know a few of them. Shout out to Thurston Howell. You know what I'm saying? Them hoes will do that in the supermarket. These hoes are not, man, these hoes gonna eat, bro. These hoes gonna eat. Give them a break, Marcus. Those who wanted to burn are just being natural, nothing new. Beta males and dudes lower than beta have always been the majority. But you know, the funny thing is, Hall of Fame, I'm the guy they say they want to see burned out. Marcus, you just want to see it burn. You just want to see it burn, Marcus. No, I don't, Uru. I do not want to see it burn. It has burned. No, Marcus, you're like the Joker. You just want to see it burn. These hoes will burn this shit down before they fuck with y'all. These hoes will burn it down. Okay? I remember Bull Dagger in Merlin. Merlin had a shootout with security over a TV dinner. Both dead. Damn. That's crazy. Read some of y'all. Said Walmart waiting for the bullshit. Hey, check this out. I imagine D Chicago is gone because I'll shoot them the link right now. Now you said no link tonight. I might be doing a link. Where's D Chicago at? Where Ace Metaphor at? Where Ace Metaphor go? Where Ace Metaphor go, man? He was pushing that real man energy in the chat. That nigga left. Y'all niggas don't want to make no money. That nigga was going to show y'all how to, you know what I'm saying? Turn a dollar to 1,000 in 8 seconds. All he needs is your bank PIN number and account number. He going to get you 40,000. That's how he pay all the bills. Where he went? He gone. Telling y'all niggas, fucking troll niggas don't be staying long. So who want the link, man? You know what? I'm gonna throw a link. I'm gonna throw the link up, man. We ain't gonna be here all night with this, man. But I'm gonna throw the link up, man. But yeah, man. Real government agencies breaking down, and all niggas can think about is how much pussy they not getting. And they want all this shit to break down. So they maybe. What do you think? If all the planes stop and all the shit shut down, and you know all the school lunches in, and all this shit break down, or whatever, however that shit go. Then and only then. All right, I'll fuck you. All right. Oh, all right, I'll fuck you. Nigga go in there. Look. Okay. All right, turn all this shit back on. Now we can go back to normal. Nigga got some pussy. Turn all these lights back on. Turn those machines back on. The link is up. Who wants to jump in this motherfucker, man? Who wants to jump in this motherfucker, man? Damn, man. Where my nigga D Chicago, man? I was hoping I got to speak to this nigga. So my man, cool man. Yeah, you know what's up. Crazed Negroes. Seven. Low life, love, and loyalty. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm not a low life. I'm closely affiliated though. I fuck with a lot of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Say 600 seconds been up. They gotta put the link up. Nobody's jumping up here. All right, we about to wrap this up, man. Hoping to get a troll, nigga. But now, at the end of the day, man, you know, and I know I ain't spent a lot of time on the no retreat, no surrender topic, but you know, we had to give the real niggas the Midwest they shine. All I'm saying is that then we're gonna continue to watch this shit as this shit progresses. I was talking to one of my people today, and the way that I feel about this is this, right? I told her, I said, yo, man, because you know, this is New York. Oh, I almost forgot to talk about Mom Don, right? The new mayor of New York. I'll get into that in a second, but I talked to my homegirl. She's in New York. And I told her, I said, let me tell y'all how y'all motherfuckers got here. Since y'all motherfuckers don't want to listen to me. I said, yo. Y'all niggas so diehard Democrat, right? Y'all mad at the right. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be mad at the right, because they playing a part in this shit that you're going through. But she said, well, you can't be mad at the Democrats because if they caved in, y'all motherfuckers wouldn't have no insurance, right? So this is what she said. I said, well, how about this? I said, how about this? Tice, if you want to hit that link, bro, I don't know where you at. It'd be nice. We could speak. Tice, if you're somewhere where you can talk, let me know. So I said, yo, y'all wouldn't even be in this mess, right? You wouldn't even be in this mess if your motherfucking Democratic Party wasn't so hard body about immigrants and the cross dressers. If they didn't lean on that shit so hard, you wouldn't have to be worried about fighting them on insurance. Your people gave them the government. Y'all handed the shit the fuck over. Because instead of running on shit that motherfuckers give a fuck about, they decided to focus on this size of the population. And they pushed everybody this way. Oh, nah, we can't fuck with that shit. Let's go this way. Look, normal is that way today. I said, what if you believed in the shit that you're pushing for these people? But instead of running on that, you ran on some normal people shit. And then once you got in office, whatever you wanted to do for the different people, you do the different people shit after you win the election. You know how y'all tell us, you know what, niggas? We gonna do some shit for you niggas. And then when you get elected, you don't do shit for you niggas. That's all I'm saying. Don't say you gonna do shit for them people. Don't say it out loud. You gonna lose. The same way if you say, hey, niggas, we gonna give you reparations. Oh, you ain't winning that election. If you come out and say, niggas will vote for you. Oh, shit, niggas gonna get money. Niggas will vote for you. But Jay Clampett ain't voting for that motherfucker. And Tice, you know that's true. They ain't voting for that shit. So what I'm saying is, you should be mad at your Democratic Party for pushing wild agendas instead of focusing on the average people real shit. Now, after the fact, you done lost the whole government. Now you want to fight the right over, this issue. No, we won't give up. Nigga, it's too late for that. It's too late for that. So now the whole shit shuts down. Bitches is out here starving. I won't suck a dick. I won't suck it. Go steal some food. There's a woman I'm speaking to about this. You figure the time to push that was when you were running in the election. But now instead it was, I'm sassy, savage, sassy. I'm whatever the fuck the lyrics is for that Megan Thee Stallion bullshit. No, you wanted to throw a concert. That's what you decided to do instead of the shit that you're trying to do now. That's what you should have ran on. Leave all the weirdo shit alone. Get all the rap bitches off the stage. Get off the stage, Beyonce. Get the fuck out of here. And run a real fucking campaign. Oh, D Chicago. Oh, shit. Real niggas in the building said, I wonder how many of y'all voted against your own interests knowing your kids go to public schools. Hey, this is what I'm gonna do. Let's see. Let's see how. How interesting this shit could get. Hey, D Chicago, there to go link right there, man. They go to link right there, man. Stand on your shit, bro. Let's go. They go to link right there, man. Oh, we got Tyson in the building. Okay, D Chicago, you can wait now. My nigga Tyson's in the motherfucking building. Hold on, man. Shit, fucking D Chicago, man. Tyson's in the motherfucking building. What's going on, nigga?
What up, though? What up, though? Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, I can hear you fine, man. I know you doing shit. You always
Yeah, I'm just at a cigar bar right now. That's all.
right.
I'm only limiting my comments to Mamdani because I want to hear G Chicago or D Chicago or whatever his name, too. You know, no disrespect to you, G Chicago or whatever.
It's D
D.
Chicago.
Okay, my bad. What was that last super chat that you just read, though? It was very tempting. I don't know if it was
From
super
him?
chat.
From
Not
him?
Not him. The brother who just said something about public school.
No,
Can you read
that was D Chicago. Let me bring it back up. He said, I wonder how many of y'all voted against your own. I don't even know what he's saying. How many
Okay,
voted
so
against
what-
your own interests,
Okay,
knowing
what
your
is he
kids go to public schools?
Okay, I lied. It's comments like that piss me off. Like every black person is some downtrodden ass person or has to deal with these piss poor schools. And even if they did, you have groups of people inside of those schools who want them to work on higher standards. But there's so many parents out there who bring their kids who they don't read to their kids when they were 3 or 4. They don't know their basic, ABCs, 1, 2, 3s. Then by the time they get to 5th grade, they're barely reading at a 1st grade level. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think that's the brother right there.
No. That's chaos.
Okay. Chaos. Not Chaos Rain.
Yeah, that's Chaos Rain.
Yeah,
Long time no see, brother. But how you doing?
I'm doing
All right. I think you in New York right now, Marcus.
No, I'm West Coast.
You back? Okay, no, you back there. Look, man. I know you're gonna try to have me defend all things conservatism, which is not me. But if anybody should be more skeptical about either side, it should be black people. And the things that I literally saw a brother who looked like a black Ali G, right? Talking about, the reason we voted for Mamdani is because he was at a trans party earlier. Then he went to an Afro beats. Then he went to this Latina, Puerto Rican thing. And, he gets down with all of us. And I'm in my head like, are you kidding me? We still playing this game in 2025? None of the policy, none of that. And I get it. It was a tough choice for y'all this time with Cuomo.
So, right. So
I get it, but as crazy as Cuomo was, there is no way in hell. Like I said, the simple thing, and I'll land the plane here. You talk about free buses. Okay, so who's going to pay the drivers? Who's going to pay the fuel? Who's going to pay the maintenance? Free rent. Okay, what incentive is that as me as a landlord to keep my place up to a standard to keep it market value? You know what I'm saying? These are simple concepts. You don't need a high school diploma for it to understand that it doesn't work. But I guess some people are just disgruntled with things. But they're gonna see.
I wanna speak to some of that stuff, right?
Right.
I want to speak to some of that stuff, right? So just for anybody that doesn't know, me and Tice, we had a little bit of this conversation on Facebook. So my position, now understand this, right? I'm a New York dude. I mean, y'all know this shit already. I'm not in New York, but I do follow New York politics.
You're still connected.
Right. So
Detroit. Okay.
Right. So what I did today was I said something to the effect of, I'm not as excited as everybody else about the new New York mayor. Not because I got necessarily anything negative to say about him. off rip. I don't know much about him. I know a little bit. I don't know much. I know some of the things that you mentioned, but what I was telling my friends in New York, one of which you kind of like had a little discussion with on Facebook, is that stop getting excited so quick. First of all, I don't give a fuck about him being the first whatever to run for whatever. Like that shit ain't got a motherfucking thing to do with the price of tea in China. I don't give a fuck about oh, he's the first Muslim. Wow. Like,
I thought that stuff played out in the 80s, but we still do it, you know. And then I was like, I gotta land this one or whatever, you know. The first Black Supreme Court justice, but then she told you idiots, y'all disabled because y'all can't find where the polls are. And this is why y'all need these special instructions and special districts because you're too stupid. And she got no criticism, but go ahead.
So let me say this, right? I wanted to establish that, right? First. So you know, I'm not coming from a place, you know me, man. I'm kind of like in the middle with it. You already know. So I'm not coming from a place of yay, Mandani. You know, I don't. I'm over here, bro. But at the same time, I tell these niggas, yo, man, like y'all getting excited about some shit, and this motherfucker ain't do shit yet. I don't give a fuck how many parties he go to. I don't give a fuck how many saxophones the Democrats play or greens they wash in the tub. And there's always this nigga shit that they push when they're promoting to black people. Now, on the other hand, here's the other hand, right? Here's the other hand. On the other hand, right? So let's talk about some of the things he's said to push. And in the beginning of the stream, I kind of crack jokes about it a little bit, you know, free buses and this and that. It's not really difficult to make the buses in New York free. Now, this is coming from a New Yorker. I'm telling you, I mean, they were free during COVID. I would, you know, and shout out to all my New York niggas in here and New York niggas. I want y'all to listen to me and I want y'all to feel where I'm coming from and tell me in my off base when I talk about buses. Because mind you, he didn't say the subway. He said the bus. Okay. It's not difficult to make the buses free in New York for a few reasons. Number one, you're probably paying more money to make sure and to put police out there to make sure motherfuckers ain't getting the free on the bus free anyway. Let me tell you something, Tice. When I go to New York and I take the bus, I don't pay. I get on that motherfucker and ride. Like I'm already riding that bitch for free. I'm already doing this, right? Now, the MTA makes so much fucking money, they can afford to make the buses free. Let me tell you why else it makes sense to make the buses free. And I'm not defending the mayor. I'm saying that what he's proposing won't cost the city no money. Is because 9 times out of 10, you're taking a bus to the subway. You're taking the bus to the subway. Okay? Right? So 9 times out of 10, you ain't going to ride for free. You're going to ride the bus to the train or the train to the bus. The bus is technically a transfer at the end of the day. Now, my New York niggas understand where I'm coming from with that. Okay.
After you finish.
Right. So, now I see what Dre is saying in the chat. Hey, Dre, I'm not defending this mayor. I wouldn't give a fuck who said that they were going to make the bus free. Niggas jump on the bus anyway. Right? And yeah, outspoken interest said people ain't riding the bus like that unless they live in a 2-fare zone or introvert. Check it out. You already know. You take the train. If you live far away enough from the fucking subway station, you're taking the bus on a transfer anyway. You're not paying for it. Said Books, East New York. Said Marcus, I'm bugging. How you figure?
Hey, Marcus, I don't want to
jump
in front of chaos. I don't want to jump in front of chaos, but I want to say, all right, those are the little nuances of New York.
That's
I'm
yeah,
not
it's
minimizing.
it's little. I'm not
I'm not minimizing.
Tice,
But
I'm not
right.
making this argument. I just want to make this clear. I'm not saying that to defend this guy. I don't know who the fuck he is. I told niggas not to get too excited.
I got you.
But
No,
go
I was
ahead.
gonna add to. I'm adding to your point. Then I'll pass it. You forgot Kamala and the brothers in the weed stores also too, right? It's always they come to us with some trinkets. This guy's that was one of his campaign issues. I mean, you old enough to remember that movie Bulworth, right? You know,
Absolute, bro. Go ahead. You're gonna say something I've said already. Yeah.
no, you cook on it. This is your channel.
Nah. Are you talking about Kamala's campaign? I called
Right.
Kamala's campaign Bulworth.
That's what it was. But here, there's a lot of noise around me. Go ahead and cook.
No, I said that she ran a Bulworth campaign. For those who don't know, Bulworth movie with Warren Beatty. He was on a rapper shit running around with Halle Berry. This is the Ghetto Superstar soundtrack movie that they shot back in the day. And yeah, I made that comparison when I told my man, I said, yo, she ran a Bulworth campaign, bro. But go ahead, bro.
Okay. And just to focus on Bulworth for a second again, I promise I'll pass the mic. Bulworth was a remake of another movie 25 years before its time. I forget the name of the movie. But 50 plus years later, these tricks still work. And all you gotta do is just say things. I remember it was one of these white politicians. I can't remember what side of the aisle he was on, but he was like, he was talking about when he went to black people. He was like, what I was really surprised at was they didn't want anything. They just wanted acknowledgement. They didn't ask me to do this. So at least people are at least trying to get some free buses out of it, right? I'm making a joke, but in all seriousness, it doesn't matter that this guy, like one of your guys in that thread had mentioned, he did have a job beforehand. He's a state assemblyman now, which I would take it as being like an alderman in Chicago or a council person in Detroit. But when you've had no expertise at any of this stuff, it doesn't matter which one of these elected positions you've sat at. That should be an instant disqualifier. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you have to be experienced in the job, but I would like to see some past experience. Okay, you've dealt with high-level negotiations, or you've ran an actual business, or you've governed at a small level. You know what I'm saying? But we don't even ask for that anymore. So at this point, people are going to get the pain that they want because budgets are going to come in and he's going to realize, man, we don't create the money, or it's not just the money in the trunk that we can grab and throw at problems. We got to get approval for these funds, or people give us these funds, whether it's the federal government, whether it's the state government. You know what I'm saying? But people will see.
So I'm gonna let Chaos jump in here. Chaos, what's up?
Hey, what's good, man? It's funny you talk about the buses and said make some free. I forgot they're trying to automate vehicles completely. So a free bus ride, that's like an automated system already. So really what he's not saying is already preparing people, saying, I'm preparing for the automation, you niggas. Get ready. You're gonna still pay for something, but you ain't gonna pay for everything, allegedly. You see how the trick that is? Computer owners forgot to say people are driving vehicles that self-automated cars. They should have self-automated trucks now on the road, from what we know. So obviously, people are not up to the time to know the game that's been played by these politicians. So if he's like one of them dudes that's now in office, I think their concern, Keep 100, is they're going to turn to a Muslim state. That's people's concern. Because
it's not a Muslim state.
It'll turn to a Muslim state. And not only a Muslim state, think about it. None of them happened 24 years ago. So when he's sworn in like a couple months, it's going to mark 25 years since they used these same Arabs that bombed America. Now you have an Arab mayor in the same city.
They are doing it.
Ain't that something?
Bro. Okay, check this shit out. Okay, well, before Henny, before you jump in, man. All right. Hey, Bugs, East New York. I want you to comment some more. He said I'm bugging. I want to hear why I'm bugging about the bus. To be honest, the free rent, not free rent, the rent freeze. He said he gonna freeze rents. Sounds like an empty promise to me, right? That sounds like an empty promise. I don't think he'll get that done. I think that the free bus thing, D Chicago is not on the panel. I think the free bus thing is closer to being a reality than rent freeze. I don't think they'll freeze rents. We got rent control, rent stabilization in New York already. I don't think they'll freeze rents like on some y'all. This is how much you got to charge indefinitely. We got to freeze rents. I don't think that'll happen, right? There's some other things, Tice, that we were talking about on the on the post that I'm gonna save for later. I'd rather do that on a separate stream. But what I'm saying is this is what I'm gonna say. A lot of the things that he was saying is either one thing or the other. Either they're empty promises that he can't put through, or is bullshit. Like, to me, free buses is like a crumb. Like, even if he were to make it happen, which again, it wouldn't cripple the MTA to make the bus free, right? I don't like, even if he were to make that happen, again, you ain't gonna save too much money because again, you got to get on that subway at some point. The subway is the bread and butter for the MTA, not the buses.
Of course. Because think about it, New York's a vast city. You can't get by a bus anywhere near. You got to ride the subway to go to point A, point B, point C, and D.
To really go anywhere, yeah.
Because think about it. If you don't got a car, what's the next option to travel in New York? You got to take the subway.
Yeah.
I've taken the subway and it get faster than take a bus because there's certain limits we go to bus for certain districts and certain towns and counties.
I mean, look, if you trying to take, like, you could take the bus into Manhattan, but it's take all fucking day.
Exactly.
Gentlemen. This is kind of the minutia. This dude who could not, and I'm only bringing it up because he's the one who brought it up. This dude could not bench press 115 pounds. Okay, Marcus, did you ever see that video? Because I thought they were 45s. They weren't even 40. Okay, well, okay, Marcus, I know you. Okay, Marcus, you know, there's some area in New York, like, I won't say it's similar to Venice Beach, but it's like it's an area where dudes go work out at, right? You know, in the background you can type Mamdani bench press, right? But he goes there, and you know, you're looking at 245s on the bar plus the bar. You know what you thinking? 135, right?
Yeah.
But except those plates weren't 45. They were 130 or they were 35s. And dude, you know, you got these buff dudes trying to spot them and all of this. And my point, and you know, they're clapping. Actually, to give this perspective, you got to look this clip up. You have to, man. But while you're looking it up, if you don't mind, it's entertaining, I promise you. And it's only like 15 seconds.
I'll pull it up.
But it's one of these things, Chaos and Marcus, and I can't see who the other brother is.
That's Henny King.
Henny King. You know, that is such a small issue. This guy said, we're going to seize the production. Wait a minute, dude. You can't even bench press 135 pounds. Who's going to follow you to seize the production? You got a smart comment section. One of your guys said, another Soros puppet. I want to acknowledge that post right there. And I've been telling dudes for years, just look up George Soros and you'll see how he controls many of these people. When I say on the left, I don't mean Democrats. I mean the left, right? He funds them.
Republicans too.
I didn't say he didn't have those on the side, but it's much less than on the left, because the difference with the Republicans, and we can have this out if you don't mind, and it'll be a gentleman way. But no, what I'm saying is that the difference is the left wants to destroy this shit. at least the right side wants to keep this. Now, when I say the right, I'm not saying they're all honorable and all of this or whatever. A lot of people believe it needs to be destroy and rebuild. We hear this all the time, you know. And I mean, all those protesters, that's all Soros bought and paid for completely.
So Tice, let me address my man from East New York. So he says he definitely can't freeze the rent. I agree with that. Then he says the buses, he can't do that because MTA will have every other bum in the city riding on it. Hey, Bugs, when did bums not already ride the buses in the damn train, bro? This motherfucker, bro. You got homeless motherfuckers throwing bitches in the train tracks in serious? They already doing that, right? So let me get to Bugs' next comment. I love talking to New Yorkers on this shit, man. Right? So Bugs, he says he's talking about defunding police. The buses will be a place to get robbed like the subway was back in the day. Who gonna rob who on the bus?
That's fucking propaganda.
Now who's gonna rob? Wait. First of all, you ain't paying to get. So now the bus driver ain't got to worry about stopping niggas from getting on the bus for free. Like, hey, pay your fare. All that pay your fare shit is dead because the bus driver is much more vulnerable than, let's say, like a token booth clerk or somebody like that, right? Or a motorman or a conductor, because the people in the subway are in closed spaces, right? So they're not accessible to the public like a bus driver is. Bus driver got to get up out of the seat, let the handicapped people on the bus, all types of shit like that, right?
This is so over
I
my
think
head.
people are making this way too complicated right now. Okay, if you're a college student, you ride the bus for free. Now, just like housing, you have to house people to have them convenience you at the stores, at restaurants, buildings, hotels, everything. Um, why are the people paying a bus fee or a train fee to go to work or school? Okay, so that solves the problem. Now, how do you solve this? Okay, if rich people don't want to pay for it, give them a fucking tax credit. Just call it a fucking day. Have a good day. Problem solved.
Well,
When it comes to the
because
busing, Sir Tice, I just wanted. I noticed that your shirt is baggy, and you didn't take a picture with my shirt again, because that shirt on your profile fits me, not you. Just letting you know that.
Wait, what the fuck?
Send it back to me. But anyway,
Do
yeah, it's baggy. Yeah, it's baggy. This is not
we have to
skin
do
tight.
that?
Wearing my
so
shirt
I
and
got
shit.
I gotta wear every shirt tight. I mean, what? You know,
No. I'm saying in the picture you were wearing my shirt. Like send that to me. It fits me perfect.
that's a
Anyway,
custom shirt, sir.
So look, before I go back to chaos, because I want chaos to chime in, right? So Boog says that the bums are on the train and not the bus. Yeah, the bums are on the bus. Are you kidding me? Yo,
yeah.
first of all, let me say this, right?
Hey,
This whole
keep it. Can I say it one more time so they get it? If you're in school or you're going to work, the bus should be free. If since they're cutting taxes of rich people, okay, then give
I
them a tax credit
look,
on top of what they already have so their employees can ride the bus for free. Why
I
are
check this
people
agree
out.
with
taking the
you.
bus? Why are people taking the bus from
Hold,
Brooklyn to
hold
get
on,
to the subway to go work in Manhattan, but they have to pay?
bro.
They're
Because it's
Listen,
closer
employees.
to their house, or
That's
it's close. Oh, again, I say this is a complete
yeah.
non-New Yorker. But no, a second. Let me say this. Let's not make this, because if the bus is okay, here first. Damn it, I was gonna say something. I just lost my train of thought there about the buses. But number one, Marcus, you said something about the buses being the drivers being vulnerable and things like that. I'm sure they got cameras on these buses, right? Not that it matters, but don't they nowadays?
listen, they got cameras everywhere, but that's not the point. I mean, first of all, let me say this.
No,
First of all,
no,
let me
you're
say
right
this.
about it. You're right. You're right.
Let me say this, right? First of all, I think that first of all, offering, New York being New York, offering free rides on the buses is kind of it's like a bullshit campaign
That's what I
tactic.
was leading into.
right? It's a bullshit campaign tactic. Let's start there. And Bugs, you would have to agree with that. Offering the bus again 9 times out of 10, and people talking about 2 fare zones, right? How many people go from take a bus to another bus, and like most people take the bus to the subway? That's if they can't just get on the subway. Right now, you got motherfuckers who live in a 2 fare zone, but they paying 2 fares because they got to take maybe 2 buses and a train. That's what a 2 fare zone is. Right now, New York niggas, argue with me on that. A 2 fare zone in which the Metro card kind of ended that, sort of, means that you got to take a train to a bus and another bus, or 2 buses and then a train. 2 fares mean you done exhausted at least one transfer and you got to pay another fucking fare. That's what that means. Unless you're taking 3 buses.
Oh my God, this is so much the minutia though, and that
that's
it
what I'm
just
saying,
shows.
bro.
No, it just shows that he can say this would be like coming to Detroit saying things like on holidays, because like when it's like Memorial Day, 4th of July, coming downtown to Detroit. I'm not in Detroit now. I'm just telling you that was it's better to take the bus because there's so much traffic, right? And that would be like him saying free fares during that time. And it's like, this is an issue you campaigned on, and you think it's gonna sway people to you. Guess what? It must have, between
I
the
don't
going
I don't
What
think
is
they
what is
voted
the
for him for the
income of
free
his
buses.
district?
I don't think
What
they
is the
voted for
income
him
of
for
his
free bus
district?
rides, bro. I don't think that's
What's
why he won.
Marcus? What's the income of his district? Pretty much, are they
I've
working
heard.
class people?
What, in New
Can I
York
say
City?
no? Can I say something real
Well,
quick?
yeah,
Because
the area that he's the mayor.
I heard that he lives in a rent-controlled apartment. Or now, before I answer that, I want to say this. Today, when he was doing his congratulatory
1
speech,
second.
he said, and by the way, I told you to stop sending me money. Well, you can now because we need money for our transition team. And I was like, whoa. I love when liars when they lie to you and then they tell the truth to your face or whatever and what they need. And you have to see the video. And Marcus, you still got to pull up that bench press video.
Now
I
I
promise.
got it. I already have it set up. But but listen. The median income for New York City is 41 grand, right? That's the median income, right?
Damn, that's poverty.
That's the median, and we talking about NYC, right?
So that's why they voted for it. You're having people
There
that
you
make
go.
40,000. This is what I'm saying. These are people that convene. So like I said, where I live, they voted against low income housing. So all the people have to drive from all the way from downtown to work at the restaurants, the shoe stores, the fucking expressos, the coffee place, everywhere, right? They had to drive all the way. So if they put the housing on this side now, the distance is way shorter. They drive 2 miles to work. These low income people. The same thing qualifies for busing. These people make $40,000 in New York. Just have the businesses get a tax credit and make the fucking bus rides free and give them a card and they swipe it and they go to work.
But you
Or
were on a
they're
bigger.
college students.
You
So
were on a
that's
bigger
more
point.
what I know.
You
I'm trying to make it make sense. Just saying that all bus rides is free doesn't make sense.
No, but no. Listen, understand this, right? And again, my New Yorkers is in here. It won't tap the MTA that much by making
It
bus
won't.
rides free, because by the time you get on the bus, either you're on the way to a train or you just got off one, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make a fucking difference. It's a fake offer. Like, that's why I'm saying it's a bullshit campaign promise. Not because it won't happen, because it doesn't mean much. It doesn't mean much. It's not too many people that take a bus, either one bus or don't take a bus to a train, right?
I think it does matter though.
You're gonna you're gonna have a lot of people save a little bit of bread, but they're not the majority of people. The majority of people gotta ride the subway. They just
Yes,
got you.
and what I'm saying for people that make $40,000, that seems like a lot for them. That's
There,
why
No,
I
you
asked
listen.
that.
go.
No, listen.
There you go. That's
I'm
That's
what
why
not
I
saying
said that.
no.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Listen, yo. Again, if you're in the chat, let these niggas know. What I'm saying is $40,000. You're gonna still end up spending the same money because by the time you get on the bus, you're using a transfer. It's very few people that only take the bus in New
Okay.
York City. It's very few
So,
people. I'm telling you,
no. You're
it's
so I'm
something
not
they
in
can
New York.
afford to do.
Are you saying that they're interconnected anyway, or are they
Uh,
separate?
No, that listen, it's one system.
Okay, cool. Okay, yeah.
So what I'm saying is, look, and he said this New York mayor is an L. I'm not even saying that that's not the case. That's not even an argument I'm making. I'm making a totally separate argument. What I'm saying is, Tice, listen. What I'm saying is what he's offering is bullshit, right? It's not
That's what
going
y'all.
to it's
That's
not
what
going
y'all
to
both
make,
were saying.
huh?
I take it as that's what you both were saying when he was saying that, asking what the median, and I was gonna say instantly 55,000 because I thought there was a premium for living, in pay for even service jobs in New York. But if you're saying that that's the median, and I take y'all word for it, which is crazy, but that said, that's the kind of campaigning that works for them,
I don't
and they
think that
know.
they voted for him for that reason. They probably the rent freeze thing, which he
No, no,
probably can't deliver on, is
that's
what
an
they
ice.
vote. Right,
That's
is what they voted for. So Bugs, I agree with you when you talking about the rent freezes. Like, no, I doubt it. How the fuck you gonna tell a motherfucker how much he can charge? Now, mind you, once a motherfucker move out, you know what I'm saying? That shit goes
The
back to
rent
market.
freeze. The
Go
rent
ahead.
freeze is such a bullshit thing because these people are not getting their full hours, so they're behind on rent anyway. So it's like we
damn.
can't have these people. We can't have this population of people out in the streets. So we're gonna make the renters suffer a little
Listen,
bit. That's
check
all
this
that
out.
is.
Check
I
this
get
out.
that.
So all my New Yorkers in attendance. We
Winter is
all
here.
know, we know, we know who owns most of the motherfucking buildings in New York City. We know who owns these motherfuckers, man. And you can't tell me, you gonna tell these people,
What they can and can't
You
charge.
gonna tell Harvard Nagila what he can't charge? You know what I'm
Boom,
saying? You gonna
boom.
tell
Now,
you you go
boonish macabre.
You talking about the
yeah.
cool
Tell it.
hats, and I don't
What
mean
do you mean? I can't
the
charge this
snapbacks.
much of money for rent. You can't tell
You know what? You
me
know what? For those
what
of us,
rent.
Wait, hold on. Keep Marcus. Are you talking about the New York snapbacks? You
The
talking about the New
snapbacks.
York fitteds? You talking
Yeah,
about the New York fitted hats?
the little
definitely not
fitted
those
hats.
hats. You know what? You know what's funny is that stuff was so funny. Yeah, I'm old school. I know. When you're not in New York or not from New York, you don't understand how many of those people are there. And like, I never knew Gumby was actually, mocking them people, sounding like that when Eddie Murphy
Shit.
played that character. But just think about the rent control real quick. It was something, damn it, it was just on the tip of my tongue. I guess what I was going to say is for people to even, just how you broke that down in less than 3 minutes. How you going to tell somebody who owns a building, let's say if it's a single owner occupied, shout out Letitia James, if it's a single owner occupied a building, how you going to tell them what they can and can't charge on this?
It's
I
not
think,
just
no,
it's
no, no,
this.
let me add one
But
more, Marcus. Let me add one more,
go
Marcus.
ahead.
I think y'all problem that's more, or let me take that back. I think more of a problem in New York, y'all correct me if I'm wrong on this one, is rent control, in that you got places that are like 40 years under rent control where you got A-lister celebrities that live in these rent control places that can clearly pay what the market value of those places should be, but because they got grandfathered into something, they, do this. And I heard this is much more rampant than people, it rent control is more of a problem for housing than what they, what Madani claim it is. That it's just too high. Any thoughts on that? And again, you have more of the insight on it than me.
So I mean, yeah, I mean, you have a lot of kids living in apartments that they got succession rights on.
What does
right?
that mean?
Okay, yeah, and then all my New Yorkers know what I'm talking about.
If somebody dies, I get to pay their rent.
Pretty much. If as long as you had to be there. So like if I live with my mom's and she move out or she pass on or whatever, I get succession rights. So I get to pay the rent she was paying. Now, mind you, rent control is not a rent freeze. It's you can only raise the rent by so much, right? So I'm a poster child for this because I was in a rent control place. I had a 3 and look, let me tell you the hustle. Let me tell you the hustle, Tice. Okay, everybody that knows me knows this from the hood. My mom's moved. She moved to B-More. Okay, she left me the apartment. I fought them small-handed motherfuckers for 3 years. They couldn't beat me. Okay, they couldn't beat me, bro. I was paying $515 for what? A pre-war building, 2-bedroom with the big ass living room, and I was renting out rooms, bro. I wasn't paying rent
in the 1990s.
I was in my 20s. No. This was early 2000s, bro. I was in my early 20s, bro. Everybody knows this story, bro. And bro, my shit was a whorehouse, my nigga.
Best little whorehouse.
That's crazy.
Y'all New York niggas, yo, it ain't too many niggas in New York got their own spot, bro. The bitches they want to leave. Yeah, anyway, yo, listen. I wasn't paying rent, fam. I'm renting out the other 2 rooms. I got the big room, and they covered the whole 500 plus utilities, and I'm working. I'm killing it, bro. I'm telling you, this is my story, bro. And I'm like, I'm not even 25, bro, when this is going down. Listen, but this is what look, this is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying, man. That's the norm. And then, eventually they wanted me out, fam. They had to buy me out. I sold them their apartment.
At market value. at market value.
I kept all the money I wasn't. So my story is unique where for 3 years, I'm thinking I'm going to beat these people in court. They're going to give me succession. And when they give me succession, they're going to demand their rent. Right? So I'm like, yo, y'all think y'all going to catch me on a non-payment? Nah, I got all y'all bread right here. Every month, yo, real shit. Every month that I was supposed to get them that 5, I saved it for 3 years, bro. For 3 years, and they calling me, hey, all right, we're gonna get you out of there. I say, hey, look, anytime you're ready. Take me to court for this non-payment. I got your money right here. I signed the paper. I signed a lease, put my name on it, and you get your money. They didn't want the money, Tice. They wanted me out.
Wanted the bills. They wanted you out.
They wanted me out. So look, right. So I'm gonna land the plane, right? So for 3 years, I saved this money, and then they signed off on it. I ain't had to get them a motherfucking dime back, and they had to pay me on top of this.
Congratulations, round of applause. And
then I got the fuck out of there.
No. You got out of there, as the kids say, with the proverbial bag. I gotta say something.
True story.
This. I gotta say something about this because you gotta keep the audience interested. That interview, okay. I had heard about it. But
I love Kanye West.
But no, that debate. Listen, man. Like, it's easy to debate a 24-year-old OnlyFans chick. For Coach Greg Adams, hey man, I don't know why dudes on the internet or whatever. I guess that's another topic for another time. I guess. I mean, as far as what dudes think of Coach Greg, Coach Greg didn't get cooked that debate. If anything, it was Andrew Wilson that was jumping in, doing all the nigga interruptions and all that shit, whatever. If you fully watch that debate, right?
I'm gonna fully
And,
watch it, but I
and
side with the coach.
no, right. That's what I'm saying. And the coach, I'm sure if Chaos is still up here, he got something to say about this, and he hasn't spoken. So, but and one thing I don't like about Andrew is that he tries to preach this and this is where I side with you, Marcus. Even though I believe in all the traditional stuff, I'm also a realist.
Yeah.
You know, okay. I'm also recognizing like he's trying to say you don't have to get a state government or state sanctioned, pardon me, marriage. You can get married by the church and still be married. And then if you guys things go left, then you can get divorced and you won't get taken. What the F is he talking about? And he's supposed to be the smart guy?
Coach said do the what do they call that, religion shit? Marriage?
No. It was Andrew that was doing this with Coach. And it was Coach trying to level set him or whatever. He's like, but then you said we can't get divorced. And he's like, and Coach was like, oh, God. Okay. And then when he brings up, and dude, you almost made me crash when you was talking about the Amish. By the way, their butter is great, man. You got to get their butter. But I'm like, of all the people, you bring up this one small sect in society that, unless you're in the East Coast, you will never interact with. You know what I'm saying? And to explain your thing, okay, the Amish also don't live a westernized culture. The only time they live in a westernized way is when they go to the flea markets or the farmers markets to sell their goods. That's it. Whereas these women that Andrew was supporting, oh, they all get sucked into divorce. I think you were talking about like, nah, New York divorce laws ain't like California's. And you're right. You are exactly right. They're not. But take a listen to the interview, man. And you know what? I think in how you argue on these panels, Coach did a life lesson. He never yelled. Andrew yelled and all this, but he was like, hold on a second. As a man, I'm gonna say what the hell I'm gonna say. Again, you're not talking to these 24-year-old woman here or whatever. You know, he was like putting him in his place, like, I'm gonna say whatever the hell I wanna say, damn it. We're not moving along. You know, and I'm like, oh shit. Coach is pushing back on this dude, you know? So you know, go ahead.
I want to play the video, and then let's not forget we got Chaos on here.
My bad.
So let's see what this let's see what homie could do, bro. Let's see what he working with, man. Hold on, this shit. Hold on, the sound ain't on. Hold on.
This is how you move up in the polls. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Let me get one more. Let me get three. Yeah.
Wait, he needed a spot for that?
But that's not 135, as I said. Look at the plate, or look at the plate.
He got one plate on each side.
No.
This is how you move up.
I'm telling you, look at the plates. Those are 35 plates. They're not 45.
Oh, okay. I see that. Yeah. Nah, but it's some little plates on there. Look like some little plates on there. Hold on. Let me see.
This is how you move
Nah. Hold on.
Yeah.
Nah, there's only one.
Let's go.
A 35 and a 35.
Yeah. Let me get one more.
Bro, I could pick that up with one hand. I could pick that.
Well, you can pick that up with your finger. My point is many women, even these EBT thieves, they can, you know, since that's topical right now, dude, this is embarrassing. And you're like, well, you know, and of course, you know how it is on FB. And by the way, Marcus, here, I've hogged the mic from Chaos. My bad, Chaos. You go.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah, man. Like I said, I'm very indifferent between that debate, I cover my channel. I might cover more about it because it's a long debate. But besides that, New York, it's gonna be very interesting going on 2026 with New York with the mayor and stuff. You know, I want to see what's gonna be stirring up over there. A lot of people get false promises. A lot of people fall under the games with the social media because he didn't. I don't think he raised money to run for mayor. I think he used social media mostly to get the votes he needed from young people. So it's time right there. I'm hearing some stupid shit that people said they should raise the age of voting. If they're gonna raise it, if they want to tackle that, I think 21 should be the minimum. I think 18 years old can't go far with 8.
You can't send a motherfucker to war. He can't vote.
I mean, well, like I said, I'm voting.
Yeah, basically, all the changing of age thing is about is because the Gen X population are smaller than millennials and
Right.
Gen Z. That's all it's
Right.
about, really. So they're trying
Right.
to maneuver around the concept of can we push it towards only one person in the households this way, that way, and it's like, yo, y'all don't have the population. Fuck y'all. Fuck Gen X. A lot of them. If they agree with that, because I don't agree with it.
Right. Right. I ain't with it neither. Like I said in the beginning, you know, my original post on Facebook, you know, I don't know what homie plans to do. I hear what he say, you know, he wants to do. You know, the campaign is the campaign, and the you know, once you in office, the administration is the administration, right? So like some of the things that he said he wants to do, he can try. He could try, and then it can get shot down like it will, and then you know he could tell his people, "Hey, look, I tried to make it happen for y'all." That's really all it is when it comes to running these campaigns. Say a bunch of wild shit, get elected, throw it at the wall, and when it don't stick, you blame the motherfucker that shot it down.
Yeah,
That's
I think
go ahead.
I think like Sir Tosh, you're focusing on how much he's working out, but that wasn't the point. The point is like he's getting out to be with all types of people, and like he ain't built like that.
That wasn't.
You know, but he's out there being communal and shit. That's the whole point of what he was doing.
Right, and the people bought into that BS. We should have pressed that clean, and it would have been just a simple thing. But now you give
Man, this
naysayers.
nigga, music louder than you, nigga.
Okay, my bad.
That music, that's overpowering this shit, man.
So Tice, let me get that shirt, man. I want that shirt. Send me that shirt, man.
You said bring it back to the interview topic. What's the interview topic?
The interview topic was well, I wouldn't call it an interview topic.
You talking about the debate?
About the debate topic is what they're saying. That's what. Well, try to. No, bro. And I'll give you my tailor. He'll, you know, I'll make sure he double charge you on that one. But no, real talk. I wasn't focused on his lack of strength. I was focused on the antics. Just like, okay, this is nothing but Bill Clinton on the saxophone. Kamala talking about she's gonna give you weed and giving you Beyonce and all of this stuff. And
Facts.
Sad. And let's not forget
that is facts.
Okay, when Bill Clinton opened up that office in Harlem in 2000 that he never ever went to, you know, and but all you have to do is these stupid demonstrations. And by the way, this doesn't just apply to black people or whatever. I'm just saying, and he does this. Now you created a side story, but goddamn, first of all, you know, it also just makes conversation. Damn, that weak ass dude, whatever. But also, he fits, in my opinion, the modern millennial. No, he's not even a millennial. I don't think the modern Gen Z or whatever you want to call it. So he is millennial. Okay, soy boy. Who, you know, and they can say, well, it's not about his power, it's about his intelligence or whatever. But this guy has never run a business. That's what I'm saying. I wasn't saying that, no, you shouldn't vote for him because of his bench press. Although, I'm going to be honest with you, that is pathetically embarrassing right there. That was pathetically embarrassing. As a man, you're supposed to, at the bare minimum, do your own body weight, let alone 245s in a bar, you know, which I would think 80% of your, well, at least in our day, gym class could do. You know, I'm just saying it's the antics and the theatrics that people fall for, and it's just sickening at this point. This is working in 2025.
I mean,
I'll use the mic.
right, if you after a young crowd, it is what it is, man. They like shit like that. And you know, again, I told my peoples, I said, what he did in New York works in New York. It didn't work for Kamala in the general election because, I mean, it's the country. The country is not New York City, right? From what I understand, a lot of people, a lot of niggas didn't vote for him. They voted for Cuomo. Don't get it twisted. Like all the black people voted for this guy. They didn't. A lot of black people voted for Cuomo, man.
I think when you think about millennials, I mean, I have a house. You know what I'm saying? Most millennials don't have a house. Most millennials aren't going to own shit. So anytime I hear something free or something to make a particular group's life a little easier, I know they're just going to bite at it. We've seen women do it for years. What's confusing?
Well, yeah, man. But like I said, a lot of people voted for Cuomo. So, now, did y'all want to go back to the
that was the bar what he just said. Are you talking about the interview now? As far as go back to,
yeah. Did y'all want to go back to that?
I think it would be good because even if you just like put the cursor at certain points, I listened to the whole thing at the barber shop, and I'm like, wow, this dude. Because just can I finish this one thing briefly?
No, again, I'm sorry, man.
No, it's all good. This is your show, but it was I was just as Andrew was kind of growing on me. Like I saw him and Angry Man and Captain Taza Rock on something or whatever, you know, and he was nowhere near like he was on this or whatever, you know, and I'm like, this dude is another fraud, you know, despite, you know, again, does it really take much to beat these OnlyFans chicks he's usually debating against? You know, it's like maybe I'm giving him too much credit.
Well, he might be just another Myron. Now, Myron, don't get it twisted. Myron say a lot of true shit, but he falls apart when he's not talking to women about their dating value.
I used to say that. I was gonna call you Mr. Marcus, but pause on that. Whatever. Anyways, Marcus, I don't like Myron, but Myron becoming a small ass. I gotta give him credit, man. I'm sorry, man. I'm like, this dude got some balls. This dude got some balls.
Balls is one thing. We're not arguing about his balls. We're arguing about how correct he is, depending on what the topic is, right? Depending on what the topic is, he's either all the way on point or he need to shut the fuck up, right?
Okay.
Fair enough. Right. So now in that context, he might be the man, but you know, look, at the end of the day, man, look, old boy who does what he does with the girls or whatever the case may be. I mean, most of these talking points, we've been saying this stuff forever. He's not saying anything revolutionary.
But you know, they cop our style for years, you know. And
right.
This is where I think, okay, let me say it like this. I think the personal advantage we got is that we have to deal with multiple worlds and all of those things, you know. Like, I'm trying to think of something that he was, okay, he was coming strictly on the I'm holier than thou. But then, if that's the case, why are you going on the whatever podcast dealing with these Jezebel-esque women? You know what I'm saying?
So this is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play this video because you know we've been on for look like 3 hours now. So I ain't gonna go that much longer because I know these panels could turn into 6-hour streams, and I don't want to do that tonight. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this shit back up. I'm gonna play it for a little bit. We're gonna, you know, give our commentary on it, and then you know we're gonna start wrapping it up. So let me pull them back up. Okay.
Shout out to your audience. They're tired of this Mom Donnie bitch ass motherfucker. You know.
Let me throw this on. Let's see.
For 100 years is going to help anybody do
I
anything.
suggest
That's
though
been the
move it to the
progressive model.
middle.
Uh-huh.
I suggest let's move it to the middle.
Okay, what time stamp? Let me
I
let
have
me
no
go up a little
I
bit.
have no idea.
Through the state. The state's the one who does the divorces. So the only thing you could say is that there's a potential for common law here. But that's something you yourself cannot guard them from by your own admission. The second problem that we have here is that I don't have to stick around for 10 or 15 years because we can look at the numbers right now in religious marriage for what this looks like. And here's what this looks like. If you're a Catholic, you're way less likely to get divorced. And if you're Orthodox, even less likely to get divorced. And it's because of that ecclesiastical structure. You're not ever going to be able to prevent all risk from divorce, not under anything.
Thank you, God. That's that's the most realistic thing
not
you've
under
said
any,
all day.
but not under any system.
Correct.
Is that going to be the case?
But
And
why
even-
are
and
Catholics
even-
getting divorced?
and
How
even
do they get
wanted to.
divorced?
They get
So let me pause this. I'm gonna full screen this. Under his argument, his premise is that everybody become a Catholic. Like
Man,
his
you
shit
know
falls
what's crazy?
This shit falls
They
apart
didn't-
right there.
They didn't even divorce after they found out the guy was doing it on the little boys. They stayed with their wives and husbands. I'm not bringing my kids to no Catholic church. I'm good.
Yeah, man. His whole premise. And shout out to Dr. Thunder. Same premise. His whole premise is because these people have a low rate of divorce, become one of these people. So that means we gotta convert to your religion or become Amish, which is converting to your religion. You know what I'm saying?
Who are these so-called people staying married? I think that's a load of. That's not even real.
But not only
Christians
that,
and Catholics get divorced every day.
No,
Catholics have a lower rate of divorce, but they don't not get divorced.
I think the greater point, and I was going to say let it play, but the greater, and we all agree. I agree with you both, or and probably chaos also, or is it us? Anyways, I think the point is that he's trying to say is, or I'm sorry, that we know is that what people put on the surface is not what they do behind the scenes, whether they're Catholic or Orthodox or not. And I have unfortunate experience in seeing this or whatever. You know, the most holy people, when the doors are closed, definitely are not that at all. Go ahead.
Let's go. Let me play it some more. Hold on.
Annulments. They don't even get divorces,
Okay,
and it's
but how
a
does it
really
know?
long
So
process, and it's rare.
Christians have a similar divorce rate than the secular.
No divorces,
Okay,
and it's
but,
a.
but why are
and
Catholic
even-
realistic?
not
You've
under
said
any,
all day.
but not under any system.
Correct.
Is that going to be the case?
But
And
why
even-
are
and
Catholics
even-
getting divorced?
and
How
even
do they get
wanted to.
divorced?
They get annulments. They don't even get divorces,
Okay,
and it's
but how does
a
it know-
really long
So
process, and it's rare.
Christians have a similar divorce rate than the secular.
No.
So they have a
No.
very close. So how do they get divorced?
I'm going to
How
explain.
do Christians get
Tom,
divorced?
If you, I'll answer
Please,
your question.
please tell me, because I know how to get divorced.
So if
Right
you
in the
say-
divorce court.
Yeah, I know. So
I'm sorry, but Coach got him under pressure. That's just my impression of this.
Told you.
He got him under pressure.
because they call it state marriage.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm proposing that they don't do that, right?
Okay, a land of make believe. If
How's that a man land of
If-
make believe? You can go fucking do it right now.
Please tell me what
What are you
percent-
talking
listen,
about?
What percentage of people do this particular thing that you're doing, that you're proposing?
Why
What
would that
percent-
matter? Let's say
Why
it's
does it
one
matter?
person.
Okay,
Why would that
okay,
matter?
it's one person. So you're taking
That's
a
stupid.
very small chance. You're
Uh-huh.
arguing against me that has millions of people on my
Who are
side.
getting
and
divorced and
millions-
you don't want
But
them
you're
to.
telling me a small 20 people in a little house on the prairie
Yeah.
that do these, that you govern people without electricity and,
Okay.
and you riding horse and carriages.
Marcus.
You're telling me this small percentage of people
Uh-huh.
are going to lead a movement of doing something you're proposing here on YouTube. This is going. How many people are doing this?
Wait,
Why would that matter?
Marcus,
It
press
would-
pause real quick.
This sounds so much like me and Dr. Thunder, but go ahead, man.
He is literally trying to tell Coach black culture. He's trying to simulate black people that don't get married but stay together, and he's trying to introduce that to white society as a norm.
Well, no, what
Basically.
he was saying is that first of all, we agree he's wrong. But what he was trying to say is that you guys need to attack your issues. Well, he didn't say it like that. Let me give him some credit. But he was trying to say that in this culture it's like this, whereas in this culture he automatically assumes that CGA is speaking for all of Black culture, which he isn't, although he will talk about it. But here's the point that I think is missing. There's some loud noise coming around me, so I wanted to say it. Damn it, it just escaped my mind.
So Ty, what I'm saying is a lot of black people, they operate like they're married, but they don't get the license. And what he's advocating for is not to get a license through the state.
Oh,
Basically,
that's
what I'm saying.
That's a good observation, and you are
But
right. What he was,
but that's the thing. White boys don't operate off of that.
Well, let me say this. Here, I don't want to get here. I don't want to go there. What pissed him off about CGA is that CGA, I don't know what he practices, but CGA was using the term sky daddy. And to people of faith, that is deeply, when I say deeply of faith, I mean of whatever race, ethnicity, or whatever it is, that is deeply like an insult. So whereas that's why he changed his argument. I'm not rationalizing Andrew's argument. I'm just telling you why, because it's going to really get intense at this point, is what I'm saying. And again, I do think that Coach believes in God, but he does refer to him as Sky Daddy. The little I know about him. Okay.
It's funny. I think I may have used that term the other day. Might have been on one of these streams.
That's the God that Americans pray to. Look to the sky and pray to him. They pray to Sky Daddy.
Yeah.
I don't consider the Lord Sky Daddy, but okay, fine. If y'all,
so where is he?
But that's, anyways.
I mean, in every I'm not a Muslim. In every depiction,
Abrahamic religion.
When you look at when you look at the paintings of Jesus or the angels, where are they?
Those hold a second.
They're in the sky.
There's verified. Okay. Those are depictions by the arts. Here, let's not side.
Everything is a depiction. The Bible's a depiction.
Sky Daddy is an actual God, though. That's the funny thing about it.
No, but I'm sorry, man. Go ahead, man.
We're just making a joke. Yeah, let's get back to the topic.
Nah, hey, Ty's gonna fuck us. The motherfucker just told you the shit disrespectful. Go ahead, Tice, man.
Yeah. Tice, I'm just trying to let you know what God you're actually praying to, bro. That's all I'm doing.
Oh, we got D Chicago back in the building. Hey, Tice, you sure that ain't your other account, man? He said he can afford his kids. You can't afford your daughter. Wow. Tell me this nigga don't look like Ace Metaphor, man, in his profile. The little picture he got right there. This nigga having a nice conversation. Let's play some more Coach. Let's go back to Coach.
It would matter because then we can use people are doing this.
Okay. Why would that matter?
It would matter because then we can use some data to determine, do these people end up in divorce?
Well, we can
more
do it.
than likely.
This is great because we can look at the data. So let's look at.
Please.
Do you want to look at the Catholic data and Orthodox data for marriage?
We're talking about your
about
ecclesiastic proposal.
That's what we're talking about. This is the ecclesiastical proposal.
If we're using Catholic and Christians, their divorce rate tends to be very close.
I'll look it up.
It's very close. Let's
not
go ahead and
Catholic.
Look it up. Hold on.
Self-ID'd Christians.
Okay,
Self-ID'd Christians.
Okay.
Self-ID.
No. Let's just put Christians.
He's like, Christian and Catholic.
You have to tell me what a Christian is.
He likes to dice up all of these people. And listen. I would love to go to your church one day. I would be a wonderful guest, and I would love to thump the Bible, and I would love to say a prayer with you. However, this conversation is entering.
Can we pull up my screen?
Very much a Sky Daddy conversation, which it's about belief.
Who brought up Sky Daddy? You
brought it up.
We got the divorce rates pulled up right here.
That's not.
You brought that up.
What is that?
So that is a religious argument.
If you're an atheist, you should be able to
contend
with that.
A lot of people would not want to do that. You're telling me a small percentage
Who
of people are going to
cares?
do this.
We're talking about mitigating the rates of divorce.
Okay,
it
now,
doesn't matter how many
can
do
we
it.
move forward from this one? We agree to disagree.
No, we
Can
don't agree to disagree.
Okay,
I need
so you want to keep it here in
counter-arguments.
your land of make
I want counter-arguments.
No, I'm not going to argue in your land of make believe.
Yeah, because you can't. You have no
because
counter
it's
arguments.
ridiculous. It's
You don't have
ridiculous.
one counter argument.
Here's a counter argument.
Okay, what is it?
There's no God in marriage. How many times do I have to say that?
That's an
If you
assertion.
end
It's
up-
not an argument.
If you end up in divorce court, God doesn't matter.
Nope.
None of this matters. That's
He's right.
real. That's the realest argument that you can possibly.
Coach is right. Coach is right. I kind of expected it to go this way with Coach, though. Coach is right.
Where is he
They don't-
wrong?
They don't argue. You know, there's nothing in the Bible that's going to come up in court that the judge is going to lean on.
That actually comes up. Let it play. Trust me.
Here. Soon as
How do you end up in a divorce court without the state?
Hold on for a second. Hold
How?
on for a second. I'm going to tell you how.
Okay.
In the 1940s, which you so love, I don't know why you don't live there. You look like you live there. You're dressed like you live there.
Shot.
They
Here's
wore
the problem.
hoodies and
Hold on
jeans
for a
in the
second.
40s,
Hold
did they?
on for a second. Here's the problem.
Okay.
These people, under your authoritative, godly marriage, still got divorced at high rates.
No, they
Once
didn't.
no fault divorce showed up, it started at 25%. Then by the time you get here, it's close to 40 and 50%. It's still prevalent. I'm giving you the reality
That's
here.
not the
You're
reality.
trying to drag me back over here to the little house on the prairie. It's not working. It's not going to work with me. How about this?
How about a counter argument?
If
Can I get one
traditional
of
marriage,
those?
I gave you one.
Oh,
Right?
Andrew's
Come on,
wrong.
man.
What is the
Andrew's
counter
wrong.
argument? Come
Listen,
on, man. It's not a
listen,
counter
listen.
argument. What's the counter argument?
There's no God in marriage, and divorce
That's an
court,
assertion, not
there's
an
no
argument.
God in divorce court.
There is no God in marriage. Why is that an assertion?
And Andrew's wrong because people did walking divorces. The church during the 1940s married people. It wasn't through the state, so people did walking divorces. So when the government came in and wanted to make it a government sanctioned marriage, they took all the papers from the court. Most of those people weren't married anymore. They've been separated. But on paper, since they took those papers, they said 80% of Negroes are married. It was bullshit.
I'm not gonna go there on calling those things bullshit, but I do agree with you about, and same point with Coach Greg, is that like Andrew is trying to really push hard for this traditionalism in this modern state, whereas how can you be traditional with a woman who, like you said, Marcus, as I was driving up here, you had said you can't even get a chick to cook a plate of dinner for you. It was something along those lines.
Right.
You said, you know, and this gets deeper. Trust me, guys. Or I'm sorry, this debate gets deeper. Whatever. Go ahead and I'll expound on my point.
I'm gonna say this right real quick before I press play on this video. And hey, you know what? Hey, Chaos, you got anything you want to say about this shit so far?
Like I said, I cover it, but I'm indifferent between the two. I mean, I would say something, but you know, I'm not gonna in front of this crowd personally. I watched a good partial half of that hour debate, and I was not pleased personally.
So what I'm gonna say is this, and we can play. I'm gonna play this a little bit longer, and then we're gonna start wrapping it up. Is, you know, it's one thing to say if this, and mind you, this is a white man saying all these ifs, and most of y'all motherfuckers in here know goddamn well none of the ifs apply to the women that we get in here on these streams and talk about every day, right? I'm not here every day, but these women get talked about in these streams every day. This is some bring black women back to the table type bullshit here. So you would have to negotiate with a black woman to operate on some on this religious shit. And to go back to what he said, like he said, the 1940s. Coach Greg is speaking as a black man in a black man's skin in a black reality about the women that he more likely to encounter than not. And that's what this shit is about. A white man could go back to his mountain range or wherever the fuck he's at, you know, and around his what he called his community circle. But he can come out of that and then talk to a black man about what he needs to do to make his reality into that white man's reality. When that white man, he's not dealing with the same women. He's not dealing with the same culture. He's not dealing with the same reality. Like, you know, we got all the way here for a reason. And I'm talking about black people, black relationships, right?
No, who could disagree with anything that what you just said? That's
so what we're having here is this is a culture gap conversation, right? But you know, the funny thing is a lot of these red pill white men are like married traditional motherfuckers. These guys that have these podcasts,
Rolo
Tomasi, all these guys, man. These guys really as red pill as they pretend to be? Like, these guys are married traditional motherfuckers pushing this, you know, religious narrative. And then we got a couple guys in the space trying to be that, but it's not going to work for you niggas. Because you're not dealing with those women. You're not in that environment. You can't affect that. You're dealing with, I don't need no man. Yes, bitch, yes. That's what you're dealing with. So all of this shit that he's talking about with the, yo, we going to practice it this way. This is what I told Dr. Thunder. You're not going to get these chicks to sign nothing, most of them. They're not going to sign your paperwork. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. Most of y'all niggas can't get a bitch to pay for dinner. They're not going to do it, man. So, well, you know, if the bitch was down to sign the prenup and if she was down to have a domestic partnership or if she was down to if, it ain't going to happen. And if you could make it happen, 9 times out of 10, you probably wouldn't have this issue anyway. But I'm just saying, yo, most men, and that's what he's talking about. The bulk of the population is not in position to make these things a reality. They're just not. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you know how far you could take if these bitches wasn't having babies single in their 20s, right? I can go forever with if. He's talking about, yo, you don't have a counter argument. How do you counter argue if, yo? If I had wings, I could fly. Now argue with me. Like, what the fuck is that's some stupid shit, yo. And so right, I'm gonna play it now, but I can understand why the coach is getting frustrated with it.
Your same point.
That's not an argument.
There's no
okay, well, there is a God
court.
in divorce court. Argument defeated.
Exactly.
Argument defeated.
Oh my goodness, boy! All right, do you
silly.
need your sandbox outside? Did you miss your toys?
It's just
Did you not get a
ridiculous.
nap?
Like,
here's a problem.
I want an argument.
This is the absolute argument.
Okay.
You're trying to drag me to church. I'm taking you outside of church. You can't combat it because you want to battle inside the church. I'm not.
That was fire. What he just said.
Letting you.
I told
so
you.
let's get back to the
I
state.
don't care if secularists get married.
Let's get back to the state.
What do you mean?
And that divorce rate. Did you find out the numbers?
Yeah, I pulled it up earlier, but I'll pull it up again. It's up on the screen. Can you guys see this? Catholic, 19 to 25%. Mainline Protestant, 30 to 35%. Evangelical, 26 to 33.
That's up there.
Now,
that's up there. 40.
Orthodox.
33, 34, 30. That's pretty high.
Orthodox divorce rate. Let's see.
17 to 20?
I see average 33%.
That's U.S.
average.
That's evangelical Protestants. That's with the coalition of all of them.
Ever divorced 17 to 20. U.S. adult average 33%.
Yeah, so they're much lower.
It says in the U.S. 33%. The Orthodox ever divorced. That's worldwide.
Yeah, they're much lower rates.
Okay, but you're saying that they can't get divorced. That's what you said.
No, bro.
You said, is that what you said?
The whole point
said
here
they
is
can't
how
get
do we
divorced because you're
mitigate the
enforcing
risk
them.
of divorce? You can't ever completely mitigate it.
30%.
You can't make a bitch into a Catholic to mitigate divorce. She has to be raised in the fucking culture, you dumb motherfucker. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? You have to be cultured into some shit unless you're gonna, knock a bitch over the head and on some cult shit. Like, yo, most people, when they grow up within a culture, they're cultured. And this is how they believe. You're gonna take you're gonna take Norbit and turn her into an Orthodox bitch, and then we seen this shit already. We seen what's this chick, Brittany Renner, wear a fucking burger for a month, and then now she back as a hoe. It's cosplay. It's fake. It's not real. This guy, he's not making sense. And I like Andrew when he's debating the bitches, but he looked crazy right here.
It can't ever be completely mitigated, but you can mitigate the risk of divorce.
Okay, great.
It is lower. They're
Much
saying
lower. Much lower.
Okay, all right. So a chance of getting hit 30% versus 44%. This doesn't defeat the argument.
It does defeat the argument.
Those divorces happen in the court of law because no divorce cannot be reported in that's not in the court of law.
Actually,
so what is the divorce that happens outside of the court of law?
Did you hear that, Marcus?
33% in the court of law with your Orthodox ecclesiastic marriage. What is it outside? What is it within that?
It's even lower.
Okay, so add that 10%.
Yes.
Now we're at 40%.
No, you wouldn't add
that. Yo, he just killed himself. He just killed himself. I gotta hear that shit again.
In the court of law with your Orthodox ecclesiastic marriage, what is it outside? What is it within that?
It's even lower.
Okay, so add that 10%.
Yes.
Now we're at 40%.
No, you wouldn't add that. You wouldn't add 10%.
That's the legal
What are you
divorce.
talking
Hold on for a
about?
second. When you say a divorce, those are reported divorces legally.
He's right.
That means these people filed in the legal reported system.
Which means his ecclesiastic is not part of that number. You follow? It means his ecclesiastic bullshit is not part of the number that's on the screen. So yeah, you have to add it. Fuck is you talking about? But you know what the fuck I know? I write crayon.
He need to go back to talking to 20-year-old girls.
You said there would be more that were outside of the door.
No, less.
Outside of the state.
Less.
No, hold on for a second.
Less.
There's additional outside of the marriage, outside of the state. Oh, there's none?
Well,
so you're saying there's zero.
Not really.
What are you saying?
Okay, so let me explain.
Please.
So that you understand.
Additional to the 33%.
Yeah, but you have to, can you at least let me finish this time?
Please do it because you're slow.
So if it's the case, you're in an ecclesiastical marriage, you're still adding usually the state. These people are all adding the state, okay? The Catholics themselves, if you were to look at their annulments rate from the ecclesiastical authority, it's actually much lower than even the percentage that you're getting from the state because they add the state in, which means some people will ignore the ecclesiastical authority and get divorced anyway.
That's exactly what I've been telling you.
Nobody ever argued that.
Exactly. But so
we're arguing about mitigating the risk. Mitigating the risk.
Still a risk.
No, it would mitigate the risk.
So the risk is slightly lower.
Much lower.
Okay.
Not much.
That's not that much lower.
It's
the
much
divorce rate
lower.
is 40%. You're talking
Not
about
much.
33% to 43%.
No, we're not. We're talking about 20% to 35 to 40%.
Okay, so that's lower.
Yes.
Okay, that's all you got. Now, here's
That's
the
all I
problem.
need.
That's not all you need because there's still risk. How do you say
Nobody said there wouldn't be risk.
Exactly.
You
So
can't
at this
mitigate
particular
risk
point-
for anything 100%. It's not possible.
Exactly. So now why are we telling men to get married? at that
Because you
particular
have
point?
to, because everything is a cost benefit analysis. Your issue's not marriage. Your issue is with mitigating the
At this
risk.
No, what is the benefit to marriage? What's the benefit? What do you get in a marriage you don't get as a single man? He said cost benefit analysis. What is the benefit to marriage? And this is the other part of the argument that I wanted to say. Motherfuckers are talking about, well, you it's better for men. What do men, fuck divorce, put the divorce aside. What do men get in the marriage that they don't get outside?
What you get is if the chick tries to take your kids, you can just call the cops and she can't take them. That's what you get, pretty much.
Huh?
So basically, my wife
No,
wake up one day and she like, "Fuck you,
I
I'm
heard,
taking the
I
kids."
heard,
I call the
I
cops on
heard.
her ass. Get your ass back in the house, bitch. That's it.
That's if you got okay. So if you have kids, right?
Yes, you have to be married to have that privilege. Otherwise, she can take the kids out of the state, out of the county, and you can't do shit about it. 'Cause you,
And to add
Okay.
to that,
What?
Marcus, no. To add to that, what's crazy to me is this: the every police department has an unofficial way in how they deal with men. And if it's a lot of noise, just tell me and I'll walk away because I want to really land this plane.
It's a little bit. It's a little bit.
Okay. All right. So with the black man, I'm sorry, with the white man, they'll give him the option to show up at the door at the incident. They being the police, okay, well, you guys, but they're gonna pull him out. With the black man, they're not gonna even if you open up the door on your house, the deed is in your name. They're gonna, well, let's see what she has to say. And we already know this story. With the Arab man, let me talk to the man of the house. You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah. Hey, check it out. We're gonna wrap this up because it's almost
all right, go
12
ahead.
midnight on the East Coast. It's almost 12 midnight on the East Coast. I know some of y'all got 11 p.m. Some of y'all got 10 p.m. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking at the time. It's about to be 9 o'clock, which means it's gonna be 12 midnight in New York. Does anybody? I mean, I give y'all a minute to speak, man. Then I want to get up out of here. Who got last words, man?
I don't want last words. Hey, thanks for inviting me up.
Most def.
We'll get
Hey,
that.
Tice, I still want to have a conversation with you about black conservatism, and also let me know if you want to do the panel again because we got one coming up.
We will, but I'm gonna bring up my lead off hitter, my ace. You already know who that is. But listen, I would suggest watching this debate because CGA, who is not known as a debater, pretty much handled what is now considered the guy who's the number one debater on the internet. Real talk. And what I hate is that many of the brothers was like, "You got cooked. He got cooked."
Yeah, he got cooked on this. Yeah.
he's been cooked in multiple debates.
No. They're saying some of the brothers who basically, how do I say this? And it was something you said, and it's no disrespect to Dr. Thunder. Shout out to Dr. Thunder. But the reason why most guys don't get on our side is because even though we're professionals, they can't say what we say openly. And again, I shot to Dr. Thunder or whatever, but we're going to tell you the real. Whereas I know plenty of guys that come in this space that agree with every one of our talking points, but they're afraid to say it out loud. I'll
Right.
leave it at that. Holla. Hey, good talking to you two brothers. Good. Long time no see, Chaos. One of these days I'll show up on your show. Marcus will do it. Nice meeting you, brother.
Tice, I'm gonna holler at you on the DM.
All right, holla.
Peace. Chaos, you got any last thoughts, man? Before we get up out of here?
No, thank you for having me up and have everybody that's up here to give their take on this. Like I said, there will be no surrender at all. You know how most, the saying goes, Marcus, when they said those women on Clubhouse were up there talk to Mr. Whitey, I said, please handle Mr. Black Man. I said, ladies, that is disarmament, and the betrayal is only one thing and one thing only, and it's always in history, but black man is too nice.
Pretty much.
All right.
Man, I would like to end it with saying, Sir Taj put on some weight. He need to give me that shirt. It never fit him from the jump. Anyway,
Oh my God.
I want that button up, man. Let me get that. But when it comes to marriage, it's just the white boys think their ideas like red pill and it's the truth, and it's just like nuclear family is bullshit. That even that concept doesn't work for black people to jump off with. It doesn't work for the majority of people. Christian marriages, I guess, but the way that's weaponized towards black guys, that doesn't work with black guys because all they're going to thump you on the ideas of what a man should be doing to justify their position. So it's just I have
I
no.
mean,
Yeah,
no, go ahead.
that's what I'm saying. It's just like for black guys. That's what I'm saying. It's just kind of like,
So I'm ending this off by saying, look, we black, we're gonna be black forever, right? At least in this life. If there's another one coming, and we don't know that to be true, right? So I'm gonna just say, look, as long as you black, you gotta see shit from a black reality. You can't compare yourself to anything outside of that. You can't use numbers that apply to outside of that. This idea that you can just become Christian Orthodox or have, the bulk of women adopt that religion and lifestyle to affect your divorce rate is ridiculous. Like that shit is just beyond dumb to even suggest. You got to meet people where they are. If you don't have a solution for secular people, then you just don't have a solution. Right?
oh, that's what I wanted to add.
Right. And the thing about Andrew, like I said, when I see clips of Andrew talking to these girls, man, he comes across as Teflon Don, man. But this was a bad look for him. He shouldn't have entered this ring with old boy because he definitely got cooked on here. He looked like he was kind of on some, but I gave you a solution. And and again, like you said, no disrespect to Doc, right? Or I think it was Tice that said that. No disrespect to Doc, but you can't tell like the masses of people how to do this from a religious perspective and say, well, all you got to do is do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And it'll work for you. And when that ain't even the case, what the coach has illustrated here is, even his argument that choosing marriage, becoming the Catholic mitigates. It's kind of like what I did with Dr. Thunder when he's talking about the child outcomes, right? He said that Catholicism, being an Orthodox Catholic, mitigates your chances for divorce. But Doc just showed it there's not that much because he's showing what's reported. And even Andrew said that his annulments that he's talking about would not be a part of what's reported by the state. He defeated his own argument with his own information. We all saw this happen. If you got ears and eyes and you saw it happen, he's like, oh, why would you add that? Motherfucker, you did. You did. So at any rate, man, you know what I'm saying?
I don't even think that's the real reason Christians or Orthodox or Catholics stay married. It's just another thing that connects you to community that keeps you married. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's actually the religion. I just don't think. Even like I said, like most of my jobs I got from guys that I went to church with. You know what I'm saying? Opportunities from people I went to church with. So when they say it's because of the religion, I don't think it's because of the religion at all. It does help because it frames like ideas, but
right. Now let's talk about this whole access to your kids thing. That would imply that you got married, you got divorced, and now you got access to your kids after the divorce, that now you're paying child support and alimony. Yeah, you should get access to your kids. You're paying for it.
Yeah, like my whole thing is it starts off with policy. But this is the thing where I say it doesn't benefit black guys. Because if you make it harder to get divorced, or if the woman knows you're going to get 50-50 custody and you fight not to get divorced, or they make it harder, okay, right when she starts busting you upside your head, or slobbing off a guy right in front of you, like what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like you're talking about our women. They will, if you make it hard to get a divorce, they're gonna do some foul stuff right in front of you. You might wake up with grease in your face, hit with a beer bottle. They're gonna make you want to get a divorce. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't believe that way benefits really.
I don't want to be divorced with access to my kids.
Yep.
Yeah, but check it out. We out of here, man. Before we end up on this motherfucker 30 more minutes. Yo, thank you for coming on, man. We're gonna do this again. Politics as usual coming soon. Watch out for the promos for that. You know how they look. Bitches with boxing ring cards. You already know. We coming back. Maggie will be on the panel. Maybe Tyson will be on the panel. I don't know if Fantastic can come back. Conservative, you already know, is gonna be on the panel. Yeah, man. So, yo, thank y'all for jumping in here. We out of here. Peace out.
Take it easy.
100.